Oh god. Oh god. I was still in the extras menu. I was actually gonna just let the game play in the back.
Ooh, I like my positioning.
Yeah, so I was just gonna let the game play in the back.
I see where I'm standing.
Yeah, exactly, in the best place.
Hey,
wedged right in there.
Wedged right in there, 100%. And actually, let me just make you guys bigger. Make you guys just a little bigger. There you go.
Hey yo.
Oh,
Hey yo.
yay.
There you go. But but my goodness, hi everybody. Hi, how y'all doing? It's the Seduce Me 10-year anniversary.
It's been 10 years.
It's been 10 years. Oh god.
10 years later.
Oh god. Where are they now? Here we go. Jesus. For those of you who don't know what's going on and are just kind of like, Michaela's streaming, what is the hell's happening? Lore time. This is lore time. Also, I need to press enter in the game because it needs a name. But lore time, I was heavily into game development 10 years ago. This was when I was in college. Because instead of listening to my college professors who literally wanted me to unalive myself, I decided to just become a game developer and just say, fuck it, why not? And so I made Seduce Me the Otome over the span of a year. And I don't know if it was luck. I don't know if it was like people like the story, the characters, whatever the case may be. Oh, there's the trailer again. There's a trailer again.
One more time.
One more time in the trailer.
With feeling.
And I mean, we could just bounce around with it. It was great. But I made the game, and these wonderful people were involved in it. So we'll go ahead and go from like left to right on my screen. So you guys know exactly the brilliant voices that were part of this story and part of this journey to make Seduce Me a fantastic game. So let's go with the voice of James.
Oh, okay. I think that's me.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, everybody. I'm Bradley Gareth. I was the voice of James in Seduce Me. I've done a lot of different things since then. Seduce Me was actually like the first like real game I ever worked on, and I always tell people that I owe my career to Michaela. Like that really was the launching point for like everything. So I'm super excited to be here. Happy to be back.
Yeah, that was wonderful. You're too sweet. But then we also have in the middle here the voice of Eric, and also the musician.
That would be me. Hi, everybody. Like Bradley, this is like the first project that I was a part of that had a fan base, and that is you guys. Hi, it's me, Christopher Escalante, voice of Eric, Sexy Man, and writer of all of the music for both games.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. He's kind of a cool dude. I've known these people. Like I know these guys for like 10 plus years. Like they're all pretty freaking cool.
I'm okay.
You're more than okay. And then we have one of the two antagonists of Seduce Me 1 and a little bit of an antagonist in Seduce Me 2, Alex.
Yay! It's me. Hi, it's your boy. Hi,
it's your boy
James Brown Jr. Yes, and I voice Alex. And for that April, I remember that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
When everyone went nuts and be like, "Oh my God, there's a Malix romance." No, there ain't. No, there ain't, honey.
Yeah, I know. Seduce Malix, I just come through like psych.
Oh my goodness. And just so you all know, 2 other actors will be appearing. They said that they've been just this busy schedule and all that stuff. It's nothing like big and extreme and extraordinary. But they will either be here later. But again, the only one required to be here is me. So if any time these gentlemen need to leave, or if anyone needs to come in, mind you, they're gonna be like back and forths and open door. The door's open. The door is open for the Seduce Me. Oh, speaking of which, speaking of which.
Oh, great! Another pretty boy just showed up.
But they're just bouncing.
And we have Alpha while the rest of us are in Seduce Me Wear.
Hello.
Hi.
How we doing, guys?
Hi.
Animated
What up,
PNG
Scoot?
tuber.
That's good.
Not much, man.
Yee.
Good to hear you guys. Happy 10 years. years.
Happy 10
Uh-huh.
years.
Yeah, happy 10 years.
Yes.
We did it. We lived.
Well,
It's
we're doing
wild.
introductions right now, so do you want to introduce
Oh.
yourself?
Sure. Yeah. Sorry. I just got out of work. Hi, my name is Jonah Scott. I'm also the VTuber known as Alphonse McKenzie, and I voice Damien in Seduce Me 10 years ago. It's fucking crazy. I still have people coming up to do like Seduce Me stuff at my booth at the convention. It's wild. So, hi guys.
Oh my god, it's crazy.
Glad to be here. Glad I made it.
Hey, 100%. Happy that you're all here. But yeah, so for those of you who don't know what Seduce Me even is, because this is maybe a lore
Bless your
moment for
heart.
some of you.
I'm like, why are you here?
Exactly, it's like this may be a lore moment. Seduce Me the Otome is literally me as a ridiculous single woman deciding I like Otome games, fuck it, I'm gonna make my own. And so I did. And it's basically a romance story where you, coming of age after essentially losing your grandfather, inherit his entire estate because he loved you very, very much. And so the problem is when you walk into the giant mansion that you are inheriting, you find 5 demon boys on the floor for no reason. And you're just like, what the fuck? Why are there 5 demon boys in front of me?
Bonus.
I
They
mean,
hit the floor, and then the next thing you know her. No, nor.
Yeah.
It's like the intro to Stardew Valley, but like, better.
Is it? Is it really?
I think it's better. I mean, like 5 extremely hot gentlemen on my floor. Is it the first time I
You
walk
don't-
in? 100%.
Understand.
You don't even need to grow vegetables to get them to like you. That's the problem.
You just have to be, be nice.
Exactly.
But yeah, so it's a really fun and not childish, but very like simple story of a young girl who falls in love with a demon and who happens to be a demon prince, because demon world stuff. Going back and talking about it now, 10 years after I've written it and 10 years after we published it, my brain is going, this could have been better. But apparently a lot of people really liked it. It was very popular on Tumblr, it was very popular on Twitter, on YouTube even. I know that because we had 2 Kickstarters for the game, one for the original and one for the sequel. Oh my god, there is the last boy. Let's go.
Did we
I
all
hate
make
this
it?
one
Holy
the
shit.
most.
He
We made
arrives.
it.
Hello.
Here he comes to save the day.
I don't know about saving the day, but hi.
Hi. Do you want to introduce yourself really quick to the crowd?
Hi. I'm Alejandro. Doofus nailed it. Next.
There you go. Alejandro Sam, aka Sam, introduced me. I was gonna hiccup, like my throat was like.
Oh, jeez. I see he's taken my spot in the middle. I see how it is.
I mean,
Don't worry, there'll be musical chairs later on.
It's okay. I speak exclusively in ellipses, so I'll just not say anything.
Oh no. But I've been very blessed to work with these gentlemen on this show. God, game. Sorry.
Speaking of which, announcing the anime.
Oh, if only.
Oh yeah.
If
The trailer's
only.
dropping at the end of the stream.
Oh my god, if only. Like, if
Can
I
you
had the
imagine?
money. Guys, not even kidding. If I had the money. Not even kidding. But regardless.
Kickstarter still a thing, or
I'm never doing Kickstarter ever again. That's part of the memory lane
Right
bit
there.
where we're just talking about like the good, the funny, and then potentially maybe the bad shit that kind of went around with these 10 years. Like the
It's
one.
been 10 years.
It's been 10 years. Like, one of the bad things was the amount of scams that came my way because of this, where, like, so many people were messaging me and asking for, like, oh, I donated here, but, like, I didn't get my code. And I would check the emails, and I would double check the emails, make sure codes went through.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they were sent through. It's just that they wanted just, extra codes because they thought they were special. And so I'm just like, well, no, that's not a thing. So, never Kickstarter ever again. But, I mean, if one day, like, all of a sudden, if I win the lotto, maybe Seduce Me anime.
There will be
God, the lottery.
Mhm.
That's right.
You need it to make a show
never
nowadays.
say never.
Yeah,
You sure do. Isn't like
they're-
licensing a single episode of anime like 100,000 if not $1 million or some bullshit?
Around
It's
there
like
because
250 grand or
Couple hundred
something.
grand,
Listen. They're gonna run out of light novels to mine eventually. They're gonna come around to more visual
I
novels.
don't know.
If they come out to me,
Sounds
listen.
They will prey on
misinformation.
content creators.
What? But they might have to rename it something like "My Grandfather Died and I Was Reborn in a Mansion with a Bunch of Demon Boys" or something like that.
Incubi, please use
Yes.
the
We're
proper
not demons.
term. Demon
I'm
is
sorry.
derogatory. You
They
They used the
For fuck's
pejorative.
sake.
Yeah,
The yokai.
Oh,
it was a different time. The Yokai Boys. That's right.
the yokai boys.
Can we, can we the yokai.
Yeah, that's the new name, by the way. Seduce Me is gone. It's the Yokai Boys for family-friendly TOS version.
Oh
Ooh, that's
my
the 4 kids
god.
I want to
version.
play
Holy
the
shit.
Getting it on
Stoner
the
Tengu or whatever.
getting it on the
Tango.
getting it on the eShop took some creative liberties.
Actually, I feel like the eShop is the most heinous one. They actually wanted an even 18+ version. Seduce Me, the edition.
Oh,
The XL edition.
yeah,
Like, have you guys seen that? Like, the eShop homepage is usually just a bunch of hentai.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Shovelware. Yeah.
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 My fiance found that out when looking at the eShop with her mother over Christmas.
Oh
no.
my god.
Yikes.
Oh my god. Oh my god. We're already starting off with chaos, y'all. We're starting off with chaos, and I love it. But before we continue on into the memory lane, I do have some messages from cast members who were not able to join us tonight. They send their absolute love to the team and also to all of you listening into the stream right now. So allow me to please relay their messages for them in their stead. So some of you may recognize Naomi, which is another love interest who is your human female, one of the two human female love interests in the game. Samantha-chan basically saying, "Thank you all to all of the fans for supporting Seduce Me after all these years. We would never have been able to achieve such a milestone without each and every one of you. Seduce Me continues to hold a special place in my heart, and I'm so proud of Michaela and everyone on the team who helped bring the game to life. Happy 10-year anniversary."
Woo!
Yay!
That's message one. All right, message. Yeah, message two is from Pickle 131, the voice of Suzu. We miss
Bringing it back.
Suzu. We miss Suzu.
We got the sugar and the spice.
exact sugar and spice. And I gotta click a button on the game. But hello everyone, Suzu's VA here. I'm sorry I wasn't able to join live, but I wanted to thank you all of you viewers, Michaela and the rest of the team for being so encouraging and for loving this project so much over the years. This was one of my very first VA opportunities ever, so even now it means a lot to me. And it's incredible to see all of the amazing things all of you have gone on to do in your lives. I'm immensely proud of all of you and know you'll all go on to reach even bigger heights. And to everyone tuning in, thank you for still being here after all this time and loving the game we made. The indie Otome scene has expanded so much in recent years, and I never would have imagined the genre I would love so much would become so big down the road. So excited to see all the upcoming projects, big and indie, and maybe someday take part in something again.
Gosh, in that same vein, I've been thinking of like trying to find work doing soundtracks for them again. It's been a while.
Oh my god, yeah. So
For Otome games, you mean?
Yeah, for like Otome games, visual novels in general. I just haven't done like a visual novel soundtrack in a while with that like anime flair.
oh yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
And then we have one last one. As you can see, 4 of the 5 incubi are here. 1 is not. And they have given me permission to relay this information. The voice actor of Matthew is a woman now. They are a trans woman now. So she wishes to remain to herself. She wishes to remain kind of like low profile, but she does send her love. And she wishes for this message to be sent out to every single one of you. I'm currently working in the AAA games industry as a designer. It's cool work, though sometimes soul crushing, and I'm always fearful of looming layoffs. Hopefully one day I'll make enough money to fully go indie again. Tell everyone I miss them, and that I'm so grateful to have been part of Seduce Me. Genuinely, this project irreversibly shifted the course of my life, and it's wild to think about. It's so amazing to see everyone flourishing in their own way. I love randomly seeing names on projects and streams and telling people, I know that person! And thank you. And thank you specifically, Michaela, for creating this project for all of us to be part of and gather around. It's fine. That's a message for me. You created something really special for all of us together, for both artists and fans. I still whatever. Who cares about me?
What? Huh?
Who cares about me? Also, please support your local trans communities. They really need it right now when our right to exist is being ripped out of our hands as we speak. If you're in the position to give, support local trans people and communities directly and donate to the Transgender Law Center or Advocates for Trans Equality. So,
You're here.
Wishing her
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
Absolutely love her to bits. But yeah, so that is the reason why we have 4 of the 5. But
Well, she's working in the games industry now.
oh
like-
yeah, she's
Mhm.
oh my
That's
god,
pretty cool.
Yeah.
she's
You're
grinding
like,
so
literally,
hard. Let's go.
Right?
Wait, what?
Whoa, relax. This, I know it seduced me, but it's still a fucking PG.
Just me.
Oh my god.
Bill, it's fucking teen friendly.
Fucking
Yeah.
teen friendly, exactly.
Well, I think now that we've said the word fuck like 6 times,
Yeah.
YouTube will demonetize, and
It's
you know.
fine. It's fine. I don't care. YouTube doesn't pay me
been
enough
more
to give a
than-
shit anymore.
Yeah, if you rely on that sort of thing, understandable. But fuckity fuck.
No,
Oh my god, no! It's age restricted! I think this video was for kids!
Oh no!
No.
really crashing the sales at the 10th year of Seduce Me. Really
which-
cratering.
Malik supports
Listen,
this
listen,
scenario.
I was at conventions last year, and I still had like the first person who came
Last
up
year?
to me at one con. Yeah, last year, 2024.
Bro,
I've been
I had that shit happen this weekend. What the fuck are you talking about?
Just like the first person who came up to me, and of course I was like, "Oh, do you like my work and other stuff?" And they're like, "No, I like Seduce Me." And I'm like, "Oh, let's talk."
Yeah, I signed the Damien thing last. This inkjet printer picture of Damien.
Jonah, do you remember when we were at what was it, Anime Frontier?
Yes,
And we were next to
right
each
next to each
other?
other. Yeah.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
and there was a Seduce Me fan, and it was so funny because they were talking to me. This happened 2023 at the end of it, and
Yeah.
literally as I'm signing, they're like, "I'm a fan of Seduce Me," and I'm like, "No way, really?" And then I pull the curtain out, I was like, Jonas had seduced me. And then I'm not even kidding, like fucking clockwork, like he got called upon like Batman. Bradley shows up from the corner, he's like, "Hey guys, I just want to say hi." And it's like, look, another seduced me.
I did not know that was happening.
This person is like mind melting. They're like, "God."
What's this? Are you talking about Seduce
What
Me,
a
the
day.
Otome?
Like, dude, it really did feel like that.
Man's got summoned in attack position, straight up. What's he doing?
Seduce me bat signals right here.
Yeah.
It's hilarious because I don't go to conventions much anymore. I'll just get random like texts from all of these men being like, "Oh my god, I got signed into the Seduce Me thing," and I'll just reply back, "Seduce Me will never leave you now. You have been cursed with the Seduce Me."
Oh, I've been known this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny. It's so funny because I'll have folks come up to me and be like, "I know about your dark past," and I was like, "Yeah," and then they'll be like, "Gene from AFMAO," and I was like, "Oh, I thought you were gonna say Seduce Me." Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Because Seduce
I'm
Me
like-
is the dark past.
Then someone will be like, "I'm expecting the AFMAO shit," and then they're like, "Seduce Me," and I'm like, "Oh shit."
Oh fuck.
And it's not even because I regret it. I'm like, it's just a reminder. I'm like, it's been 10 years since we did that.
Right?
Like, dude, it's crazy because I don't get cast as characters like Damien ever at all. Never. That is not my typecast at all now.
yeah.
Like, so seeing
Same with Eric.
yeah, it's pretty fucking crazy seeing people come up and being like, "I liked you in this," and I'm just like, I never voiced the soft boy. Like, get Koi in there, like, you know.
I'm pretty sure me and Bradley are still in the exact same typecast.
I would imagine. Yeah.
I never get cast
I'm
as
James with a
antagonist.
little extra screaming is my usual typecast.
Yeah, like literally.
Oh my
I
god.
never
James with a little.
I never get to
Dreamy.
be bad characters anymore. It's like just the goofy, second friend or whatever, for comedic effect. That's kind of where I'm at right now.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Well, we might as well, since we're talking about like growing up and kind of like moving on from Seduce Me, why don't we play the game of Where the Fuck Are They Now?
Where are they now?
Where the
Wait,
fuck
where?
are
God,
they?
welcome
Right
to Hell's
here.
Kitchen. Where are
Oh,
they
no.
now?
First, Michaela, I have to point out the thing that you said would happen in the YouTube chat.
Yeah.
I am I am 23 now. I was into the game 10 years ago.
Stop.
Holy
Do not, I know
Playing
math.
the game.
I know
Why were
math.
you
You just
playing
told on
the
yourself.
game when you were 13?
I know
I was
math.
playing Grand Theft
Stop
Auto
it.
when I really shouldn't have. So
Michaela's like, this is gonna happen, and I'm gonna die. This is my life now.
Because here's the thing, and I'm gonna chat. I love you to bits. I love every single one. I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. Do not tell me you played 10 years ago and your age is beneath 20.
Just
like,
don't say your age.
8. Do not.
Michaela, I really like Seduce Me.
No. Do not tell me you played. It's wonderful.
You could be a middle schooler that loves Junjo Romantica. You just shouldn't advertise it. That's sort of the point.
yeah.
I like Seduce Me.
Yep.
That's totally fine. A-okay if you just like to do. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Found a copy in the woods.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yokai boys. My bad.
Yeah, you okay,
Yes.
boys? Sorry.
Yokai boys.
Yep.
We can't call it Demi Kids because Atlas will sue us.
Yeah, that 100%.
We're in
But
talks. We're in talks.
so let's go from right to left this time of where the hell are they now? So James, you want to tell us where are you now 10 years later after voicing Malix?
Well, I moved to New York eventually from Virginia, where I originally recorded.
Yeah.
For Seduce Me, and started, taking it more seriously, going to classes, workshops, network. Eventually got cast in projects with Yu-Gi-Oh!
Mhm.
Primarily.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
but also just in
Yu-Gi-Oh!
studios and, yeah, exactly. So I Duel Links, Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s, and Go Rush.
Ooh.
Alejandro. So
That's me.
That is you.
That is
Awesome.
you.
So I did a lot of didn't do a lot of anime, but that's like the main anime I've done. But I've done a lot of animation, like little spy.
Which is sick as shit.
Nice.
Uh,
Very
Yeah,
cool.
it looks great.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is extra cool you got to do Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I distinctly remember being in the hotel room at Asen and you doing the like Yami Yugi voice when playing Uno.
Yeah.
Oh
dude,
my
that was so
gosh.
crazy. Like, I not at
When-
all.
That's
Anyone
awesome, man.
took an
Congrats.
old like vine of us playing Uno in our hotel room.
Oh my
Uno.
god.
Fine.
Really?
So many
Oh
ASIN
my.
stories. So many ASIN stories. All right. Anything else you want to highlight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I last year and change did a lot more work with Half Mal. So I worked with Chris. Like episode, very grateful for. Like I still get voice work from mostly New York, and we're still working on the channel now as well. And still trying to do our best out here. I got,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a quick point of emphasis. I think you guys, you guys were definitely more along your voiceover journey. I don't think I ever told you guys. And I mean this genuinely. Watching you guys grow and do your thing, really inspired me to push and go to New York to do this. So I just want to thank you guys. And I don't watch the whole world play. I randomly find sit watch the end. Here, oh look, that's Jonah again. That's so cool. That means a lot.
Woo.
That means a lot. So hopefully I get to the point where I'm stuff with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, man.
Sometime.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Chris, your turn.
Just to add on to that, there's such a point of pride that comes with that. I'll refer to Mr. Been in the most anime series this year than any
Right?
other actor.
Fucking God.
Did you know there's a leaderboard for anime
There's a
now?
leaderboard
Yeah,
now.
and
What?
Mr. the gentleman in the center was in more anime last year than anyone else in the world. So
What? Really?
What? You're gonna deny the fact that
crazy.
you like highlighted it all over social media?
No,
you-
I literally,
but damn.
I literally only posted it because I was like, this has to be wrong.
And I like how you were like, please keep hiring me.
and the point going along with that is that people are doing it amazingly, and that we get to like share that connection of like, oh my gosh, I remember when we did this. It's so amazing seeing them grow, seeing them become the powerhouse that they are, that everyone here has been doing.
Yeah, right?
But anyway, I just wanted to stack on top of James's wonderful compliments. I have sort of been doing, I guess, the same thing. You know, I'm still doing the voice and music thing. You know, as he mentioned, he's been working with me a lot at AFMAO. I've been like kind of one of the main character actors at AFMAO, especially recently in the past few years. I've been taking some time off because I also just got a tonsillectomy last year, so
Ooh, yeah.
no screaming for me lately.
No.
Oh man.
But no, still dealing with that. It became like kind of a serious thing. I was afraid it was going to affect my voiceover career, but I'm still doing good. Still recording anime. I've been doing some anime, not mostly with like Ascendant, or I did some with Sound Cadence.
Yeah.
And of course, a couple years ago, got my first as the lead character in an anime with Funimation before they were merged with Crunchyroll, and that was so much fun. I got my time in the limelight, and I'm still writing music. I was just doing an orchestra session with a string section out in Budapest the other day.
So
I wasn't there. I called in.
Nice.
And actually, I don't know if you guys know this. The remake of the game, Seduce Me, the complete story, is the menu theme on that is the very first time that I got to record with an orchestra. If you remember if you remember the music video that I put on my YouTube channel, that was the first time I hired an orchestra for a soundtrack, and that was an amazing experience. I'm glad I still get to do that. I'm in talks for writing for like the local symphony here in Austin, and here's hoping that more stuff gets to happen for that. And of course, I'm still an obnoxious ska kid. I'm in 4 bands.
I mean, if you love it, you love it. Why not?
In 4 bands?
In 4
Holy
ska bands.
moly.
Listen,
Yeah,
I
4
have my
ska
record.
bands.
What?
You said 4 ska bands.
4 ska bands. Well, 3 ska bands, 1 extra stuff. I play trombone, guitar, and sing in Divide by Zero. I play bass, sing, and record all the horn.
The band is called Divide Zero, right?
Yes, Divide by
Okay,
Zero.
I was like, you can't divide 0.
I mean, you can if you really tried.
Don't Google it.
No, you fucking can't. It's not possible.
I play horns and sing in another band, Long Distance Friends. I'm now doing my own solo stuff under Escalante, you know, that kind of thing.
These bands?
I get it.
We love it.
Escalante is my favorite one. The Long Distance Friends one threw me off for a bit. I was like, are these band names? That's just a statement.
Yeah, it's because we all live in different states.
Oh. So what, the band plays remotely at concerts? Like, how does that work?
Nah, we just release songs online. We record. We were actually just on a Game Grooves album doing Sonic the Hedgehog covers.
Oh,
I
sick.
need it.
The album is Sonic the Hedgehog.
Love
Sonic.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic the
That's the funniest thing I've heard all day.
I gotta tell
We
people.
did Pumpkin Hill Zone and Escape from the City.
yeah.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-bum.
Need it.
Oh my
That's
God.
so fucking goofy.
Now streaming. Anyway, I'll stop talking.
By the way, chat, we'll answer questions after we do the where are they now. I promise we'll get to them. So, so how about Mr. How many roles in Crunchyroll now?
Oh my god. Well,
Are you going to take the Guinness World Record from Steve Bloom in like another 10 years?
God. No, that man is working till the day he dies, as far as I know.
Yeah.
From the comfort of his home in Hawaii.
Yeah,
Oh my
and
God.
even then, they'll let him record from anywhere. He could be on the
Yep.
moon, and he'll still be recording. You'll just hear him be Wolverine from outer space.
I'm weightless.
Yeah, for real. God, I don't know. It feels like it's been longer than 10 years now.
It feels like it, yeah. Well, because we started production a year before. So it does feel like technically it's 11 years, but with the release of it was 10.
Right.
Plus, are we counting like the beta test we did with
Teach me? Would teach me? No, we're not counting that.
that beta test.
We're not counting.
Something diabolic. I don't know.
No, no. Go ahead.
I mean, what the hell did I do? Since the first game, I dropped out of college. I moved to Texas. I kept auditioning for things, and then I moved to Los Angeles, and then I moved back, and in between all the moving, I guess I did some voiceover along the way for like cool stuff, and I gave up my original YouTube channel because I was like, I started a new YouTube channel as a VTuber, and I'm like, yay.
Yeah.
And what the hell else? I do conventions now, I guess.
I guess.
And I'm still, yeah, you know, suppose it goes. And now I just kind of like, I don't know, just do whatever the hell I want, really. I'm in a very privileged position. I'm married to Hayden.
Yeah,
Also in the
married.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
who
that's
voices Faye in Seduce Me Too.
Yeah, where are they?
Yeah.
True.
I invited
They're at
Hayden.
work.
Oh, okay.
They're at work.
Okay.
They
Oh,
are.
okay.
Cool.
Yep.
It's so funny. Everybody's like, "Oh my god, Hunter's so busy. He's so busy doing everything under the sun." And I'm like, "You guys know I have way more free time than Hayden, right? Like Hayden literally like voice acts, directs, writes all in like one day."
Yeah,
and
the
it's-
directing pickup that they did was like,
Yeah.
oh boy.
Yeah, I'm
Why
like-
do your evenings?
Yeah, I'm like, "Oh, Hayden." Always adding that extra thing. Your plate gets cleared, and it's like, let me add more. And I'm like, classic.
You know what? I have extra time that I'm awake. Let's fill that.
Literally.
that 19 stuff. Right?
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's not even counting the D&D shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yo.
But awesome.
But yeah,
awesome.
that's kind of me.
Yeah, 100% love that. All right, Bradley, your turn. The spotlight's on you. Shoo.
All right. I mean, I'll at least say, you know, just for timeline, I got cast as I was actively graduating from high school, so that's where that began. So I went to college, finished out college. That was in Pennsylvania. It took some years to like figure out because the long term plan was always to move to Dallas to do voiceover. It took some years to like build up enough money to do that. The world stopped for a while, took a bunch of classes to try to make stuff happen. It worked out, moved out into Dallas, and I've been doing stuff down here for a couple different things. I know right now, I guess I think it just the finale of the second season just aired. Notably I'm in Blue Lock with 2 other people in here.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Hold up.
so-
Y'all in Blue Lock too?
Yep.
Oh my god, dude. What
Hey.
the heck? I
Guess
love that
which
show.
one I voice.
Is it the angry one?
It's the one with the literal fucking same sounding name as my VTuber.
It's
I'm gonna have to go back and
Yeah. Let me look this character list.
There
See
you
who
go.
we got.
Go double check.
to be fair, I had to beg Jonathan Rigg to be in the show, so.
get to the point where I'm gonna have to dodge you guys.
I know. Relevant to people here, I guess I'll try highlighting a couple projects that I think are cool. For one, I get to announce a show this weekend. So
Ooh.
after that, I'm very excited about that. If the people here have not seen it, because I know if you like Seduce Me, you'll probably like this show. I was in a show last year called Vampire Dormitory, which I would say if you like Seduce Me, and you want to see a bunch of like pseudo supernatural boys revolve around a woman, then that's Vampire Dormitory for you. So check that out if you get a chance. And then what else? For a very fun one I got to do was what is it? Arzette the Jewel of Theramore. If any of you are familiar with the CDI games, that's the Zelda
yeah.
CDI games. They did
I
that.
know exactly the game you're talking about, yeah.
Yes, someone did like a new one of those, and I'm like 4 of the characters in that. I'm the shopkeep based on the old shopkeep from the Zelda game too, so that was also super fun.
Love that.
And I also got engaged and got a house.
Yay!
That's awesome, man. Be you.
Yeah, thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. All right, moving the spotlight to the last person in this list, but not least, of course. Jonah, go for it.
Oh, is that me?
Yeah, that's you.
So let's see. Where was I when we did Seduce Me? I was living in a dorm in South Central Kentucky at Western Kentucky University. I did the majority of this game from both my dorm room on campus and my room at home in Cincinnati. So we would like split between there, and we would record differently.
Yeah.
And then after the game came out, I finished college. I got a musical theater degree, so singing, dancing, and acting. And then I realized that I didn't like doing theater. Well, I like doing theater, but like I like playing video games and like consuming media and stuff more than doing theater. And you had to take theater takes a very long time to do. Like if you tech week for theater is like an entire week of rehearsal, right? So I was just like, I can't play any video games. I can't. This is before like Steam Decks and shit like that.
Yeah.
I can't play any video games. I can't stream or engage with any media at all. Like my life is theater, especially in college. So I found voice acting through Seduce Me and then a bunch of like online VO stuff. And from there, I started making a little money. I moved to Los Angeles, slept on the floor and didn't book anything for 2.5 years. And I just kind of like was like, oh my God, what's the fucking point? And then I got some auditions after taking classes and stuff like that, and kind of letting my work speak for itself. I started working on anime and then video games, and then I did a cool game called Dying Light 2, which is fun, and you should play it if you haven't. I did a cool anime called Besters, which is kind of like Zootopia but for degenerates. And and now I'm moving to Burbank in a week.
Yeah.
Word.
I have been living in a master bedroom for the last 5 years, which has destroyed my brain and turned my work ethic into Swiss cheese. So I'm very excited to get my own office and stuff and finally be able to like have everything ready to go spread out. And I'll be able to like actualize my career, and I'll have a booth, and I'll be able to like actually like commit to this stuff. Because up until now, fun fact, I've been recording literally everything, including through COVID, in my closet.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So
Yep.
now it's time to shift into maximum overdrive.
Let's
And
go.
Anyway.
Oh yeah.
Maximum.
But yeah,
we love that.
that's me.
Hey, we love that. As for me, I tried continuing game dev, but ever since Seduce Me success, nothing has ever been successful since, which is kind of the curse that comes with an ace in the hole. So I stopped doing game dev after a major panic attack and imposter syndrome. I took like a year off to just do mainly voiceover or like something that wasn't related to game dev work because I was traumatized. And then I came back and I was not only offered positions for writing in video games such as Project Melody and Neptune Worlds. I did until last night. I was working with Ascendant Animation as their ADR director and casting director. Being that I helped produce multiple English dubs from Ascendant, including Fire in His Fingertips and Game World Reincarnation, Henkei Shoujo.
Yeah.
Which some of them have won Telly Awards, which is very, very like I still blows my mind that these fucking things are internationally accolades now. Like what the hell? And then I now work in ASMR because apparently making boyfriend CDs and Seduce Me gave me the experience being like, hey, I can write romance shit. Why not? So that's what I've been doing. And then I get to hang out with these guys once in a blue moon when they remember me.
Hey, I always remember you.
I always remember.
Remember.
The 5th of November. And remember, great game. But I mean, like, yeah, like I made the Sayu visual novel just recently, getting back into game dev work. And now I've just also been streaming on the side Home on the Strange, which is going to be my next game. So
There you go.
Congrats.
very, very exciting. And it's not a visual novel, it's an actual game, like a legitimate game.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like I'm like stressing the fuck out about it. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. If the romance sisters are hot, I don't give a shit. Fuck it.
Make it hot.
Yeah, make it hot. So mind you guys, we don't have a plan for this stream. This is literally, we could just be like, okay, we're done now, bye guys. But like, of course, I'm sure a lot of you have questions, and we are more than happy to answer those questions. Again, no one's required to be here the entirety of this time but me, because you know, I'm the one streaming. I'm the one that has to press the stop streaming button. But I know there was a couple of questions like regarding Seduce's continuations, past memories, and all that stuff. And anyone here, like y'all boys, all of y'all can drop in and just be like, "Hey, I got an answer for that," or like, "Hey, I want to chime in and whatever." I trust y'all. And I mean, and guys, the 10-year anniversary, we're opening all the fucking doors. As in, like, if there was a secret that was just like, oh, we didn't like X, Y, or Z, or oh, this thing kind of happened, we're opening the doors. We're opening the doors to this.
Right.
Guys,
Yeah. So we can talk about the
here.
gotcha game that we're
We
making.
can talk about.
I'm here to say, finally, to put all things to rest. Yes, Sam is the canon route. You're welcome.
There you go. After all these
There you
years,
go.
it's been confirmed.
It's
Confirmed.
Confirmed. Any idea on those that are not here? Remember, someone is on the blacklist. There is a performer who is on the blacklist. Who did the original first track of Chain the Monster. But again, we now have Alejandro singing the song, which, you know, was meant for Sam in the first place. So
I'm not gonna lie, I don't even remember who sang it first.
yeah, no, neither do I. But, like,
Or the best.
but otherwise, there's no one. Maybe one person, but that's again few far in between. Where it's not like a big shaming moment of rah 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 shame, but it's more like I don't work with them anymore, and so they're probably not going to be in any of my projects because they don't work with me anymore. So, but yeah, it's nothing like that. But in terms of those who are not here, we've already done at the beginning of this stream. We've already done messages from Naomi, Suzu, and Matthew's VA. So yeah. Let's see.
Fun fact.
Yeah?
Fun fact. As a surprise, I was actually planning on recording my own cover of Chain the Monster for the stream.
Woo!
But then I had the throat surgery and lost all my high range.
Oh,
no.
Gotta wait for the 20th anniversary then.
Just,
Yeah.
just pitch it down. Just pitch it
we'll
down.
come back and we're gonna be in a geriatric.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. I remember
The
Seduce.
anniversary of Seduce.
Oh
You
my
change
god.
the monster deep inside. You gotta make it a ska cover, bro.
Scott.
Yeah, the ska cover.
I'm
I
sure
would-
everyone will appreciate that.
Listen,
Ska
I would
Deuce
love
Me.
to hear a Ska Deuce Me cover.
God, deuce me.
God, dude,
so long
me.
to do it.
Hey, yo, wow.
Just keep working.
It took too long for Michaela to acknowledge deduce me.
Oh my god, stop. Everyone's still mad at me about that one.
Yeah, the detective seduce me game where they're all Sherlock Holmes, but no one wants to be Watson.
We will well that's all lead into our crossover with Honey I Shrunk the Kids with Reduce Me.
Oh, I see where this is going. Oh, no.
my god.
Now, yeah, everyone remember reduce me, reuse me, recycle me.
Oh Jesus
Exactly.
Christ.
Someone save me from the nothing.
I have that poster on my wall.
Oh my god. Love that. Also, let me see. I'm trying to make sure I get everyone's question in. So, do you guys have any advice for aspiring VAs or game developers? For me, as a game developer, I would say know what you're getting into and know that there are multiple obstacles that you will not expect. Breathe, think it through, go through it.
I'm gonna give you the same advice I give everyone. Drop out of college.
Solid advice. Solid
Solid
financial advice.
It's so good advice. I
It is
dropped
solid
out twice.
financial advice.
I'm dropping out right now because he said that.
Dropping
Wow.
it right now.
Oh man.
Oh my god. Anyone else got any advice?
I'll say the things have changed a lot since I would say most of us started. The proverbial arm for one thing, I'll air dirty laundry. I would never have gotten away with the audio quality I had in Seduce Me today. I was using a Blue Yeti in a Walmart cube with foam. You can't do that now. Everybody's remote equipment is too good. You really
That is actually true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it is still,
The
and you will
standards are
still
super high now.
yes, and I will see casting calls that are worth like $10, and I will see actors in AAA video games going for them because everybody needs money right now. So it's really tough to break into the market. And I would say, do this. If you're interested in voiceover, try it. Don't think of it as a career unless you really are willing to go all the way in on it and do probably a lot more. You are basically trying to become a rock star at that point versus like, yeah, I'll just, dabble in the guitar. And it's like, all right, I'm going to have to make a living off of this. That's a very different thing to do. So just bear that in mind. Do your research, look up books, look up videos. There's lots of stuff online that you can find. And be careful who you take classes from. Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good. You're good. My advice is do creative things. Don't just go out there and like pound the pavement and just submit audition after audition. When I moved out to Los Angeles, I tell the story all the time, but when I moved out to Los Angeles, I had to share a Voice 123 account with another person, and I would submit 40 to 50 auditions a day so that I could support myself and keep like food on my table and keep my rent paid. Like it would just to like get that was the law of averages, means that out of those 50 I probably booked one, and that means that I could pay for my rent after that. So like do something creative, because what saved me like mentally from that was streaming, like physically, like sitting down and playing video games and having a good time and making content. Like what saved me from that was like I have a VTuber now because I own that character, right? It is my IP. It is my property. That is my IP. And I don't own any of the characters that I voice. I don't own any of that. We're lucky we get to sell prints, right? You know what I mean? We're lucky we get to do what we do and act in these things. So the thing that's saving my brain, and honestly, like to some extent, my wallet now is being creative and leaning into that and working with my friends too. And whenever I need a voice, or I want to do a scene with somebody, it's always always calling on your friends and trying to be collaborative like that. So just be creative, write some stuff. Like this wouldn't have come about. This whole thing wouldn't have come about if Michaela hadn't written this. You know what I mean? Hadn't sat down and done something creative.
Absolutely.
Honestly, I probably wouldn't have a voiceover career. So there you think about that. How about them apples?
How about them oranges?
How about the? Oh my god! Speaking of apples, oh my god, the amount of people that talk about apples now to me, I'm just like, please stop. I remember when apples were the biggest blooper.
I remember those apples. Get ASMR of me chewing on an apple for 2 minutes.
I think I still have that.
Maybe. So are you planning on continuing the Seduce Me saga? I did have plans to continue the saga, not with the boys though. I was actually going to not.
I'm just kidding.
It was out of love and the fact that many people have memories with these boys, and I don't want to like change it by just adding more and more and more and more. And it's like, oh, what about kids? What about family? What about future? What about geriatrics? It's like new characters would be a thing. So I actually drafted up a book series that would have been for a new group of demons, new group of incubi and succubi, who are older. So while these characters, like the incubi boys, started off within their 20s, going into their like mid 20s by the time Seduce Me 2 hit, these would be demons in their 30s. So because of course I grew up, so obviously characters that I work with have to grow up with me. So it just made the most sense. But because a lot of things have pretty much gotten in my way, and it's just like, Michaela, I need you here. Michaela, I need you here. I haven't been able to do anything other than like schedule legitimate time to be able to work on just Home on the Strange. So yeah, there were plans. Who knows if there are going to be plans? I don't know. But I know that there is one thing that a lot of people may not understand or may not be aware of. There is a book that got released for Seduce Me. It is a prequel to Seduce Me called Innocence. And essentially it is Diana and Sarah's story of what happened before shit hit the fan, essentially. This is when she was betrothed to James. This is when she was growing up to be the princess. This is when Sarah finds out that he is a Nephilim. This is also a very big romance between Sarah and Diana. So that book is out. Yep. It is out on Amazon. I do have the audio. Well, I haven't voiced the audiobook yet. Fuck. That's the other book. But eventually it'll be like, it'll have an audiobook eventually down the line. I just haven't had the time to sit down and actually do it. But
I see it as available on Kindle, paperback, and hardcover.
It is.
That's right. Order today.
Order today because it's already out. It's been out for a while.
Yep. And you know, if Seduce Me 3 comes out, the brothers will be featured as a optional boss fight that's harder than the final boss of the game. So.
Absolutely, 100%. Let's see
How
here.
hard?
Let's see. What is your favorite scene to do from Seduce Me 1 and or 2? I know a lot of people ask like what our favorite scenes were to voice. Do any of you want to hop in first?
Oh gosh.
To be real,
so-
I don't remember. Wait, there was one scene where Damien has to kind of like interact with the emotions, like I guess metaphysical emotions of the of the player, and I thought that was really fun. That was a neat little exercise.
Yeah, I think I remember that was in 2, I believe, because he had just got back to powers. Yeah. I think for me, it was being able to switch from the seductive villainous Diana and the actual Diana in Seduce Me 2. So if some of you may not know, if you haven't fully like 100% of the games, but in Diana's routes, in the boys' routes, if you have Diana as your trainer, you actually learn that she has 2 sides of her. One that's the actual version of her, and the other that was legitimately like the foil of Seduce Me 1, and they're combating with each other the entire time. So it's been that's always fun. And then of course when I get to scream, that's just cathartic.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Anyone else?
Gosh,
I like when
always-
James pulled a gun.
Wait, what?
I like the scene where James pulled out a gun. That's something I remember.
Oh, dude, no, yeah, you're right. That was great.
Oh my god, I remember that.
Yeah, I got to do like a lower. I got to do a villainy. Yeah, it was fighting Malix. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fun scene. And then like I know I did like a little bit lower for like James's demon thing, and it was good. The sinister thing that I did there is something that is also carried through with the rest of my career.
We love that. Glock James with the Glock hit for real. Malix
Yep.
got so abused by all of the Incubus.
James got a Glock in his Rari.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
man. Got the block on lock, man.
But Chris, you wanted to say something?
Well, just the thing I always remember and love to see is Eric is the first voice you hear in the game to like write in your name and all of that. And so always seeing the Let's Player's reaction to that voice at first is always an amazing part, and I love that so much.
Yeah, it's like with some of the more femme representing people who play are just like, oh my god, I know this. Did you have some like the
They're
masculine
like,
everything
"Who
like,
dis?"
what the hell?
Who dis?
Oh my god, I love that.
I realized you talking about the opening reminded me something that I will still get people to get me to say is that what is it? We are incubi, miss. We feed on sexual energy.
Oh, how many times they made you say sexual energy?
You know,
I can't tell you. Oh my
there's
god,
that,
that's
and
always
then-
what people tell me about.
Yeah, there's that, and then Chris would always be princess all the time.
yeah, that was my word that I kept saying over and over again.
Alejandro would be fuck because I had fucking Sam like swear the entire way through, and then Jonah would just be ellipses, just the ellipse noise. Yeah, that's
Sorry, that was too deep. Let me twink it up a little bit.
there it is. Yeah,
There you go.
there it is.
Very vocally soothing
It's like
session.
that turtle, you know. It's
Is that the one on the shoe?
Oh my god.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh Jesus Christ. Favorite Seduce Me ships. Oh god, Matthew and Suzu were always my favorite because
I
they
did
were
love
bundles
them.
of energy, just the two of them. Otherwise, I always thought Naomi and Eric would be a thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know why. It just feels like he would treat her like a princess, and because she's such like a hardworking individual already, it's like they would balance each other extremely well. It would be either Naomi and Eric or Naomi and James, but more Eric. So.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, she's such like the sweet, innocent kind of person too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then of course there's Diana, Sarah and Diana, because like I'm not shipping Diana with James. Ain't no way. I love
No,
little bits,
yeah.
not happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean,
Doesn't work out.
the only, I guess, like, that brings up another memory that I really am not necessarily fond of, so I might as well just air it out in the open. Because, again, 10-year anniversary. There was a moment in, like, Seduce Me 2 where, like, a lot of people just went on a rampage about how, like, the boys had, like, wives and all that shit. it bothered the hell out of me so much because it's like it was one of those things. I made that decision to make the Kickstarter for like the Incubi Wives purely on the basis of like, okay, so if you're gonna play this game, there is no I'm gonna cheat on my husband while in the demon world. No, that's not fucking happening. So I made the boys essentially commit to either like a partner of some kind. And they got so much fucking hate, and I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Can you all just knock it the fuck off? Because
Back.
Hey, welcome back. It was one of those things where I'm just kind of like, y'all, it's okay if you don't like necessarily, or if you're not necessarily happy that the boys have the wives in Seduce Me Too, don't shit on the people who made them. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, holy shit. So yeah, I was that was the one time in the entirety of Seduce Me where I was actively pissed off at people. Like, I try not to be when I do game dev work, but I was actively pissed off. But yeah, I love the wives. The wives are so pretty. The wives are very pretty. They're very, very sweet. But okay, so what's the next question that I missed after that? Oh my god, there's so many questions. You all are awesome, by the way, and thank you. And also, gentlemen, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah.
Of course.
Happy to be here.
Wouldn't miss
Why
it for the
wouldn't
world.
Hey, you all are awesome. Like, I guys, I love these boys. So if you can go follow them, guys, if you want to just slam your socials, that's totally fine. I'll spam your socials 100% in the chats. Please follow them and support them. They do a lot of hard work. So please make sure that you give them some love in their current stuff. But I'm also trying to make sure I'm also just stalling while I'm trying to find the next fucking question. So that is my stalling time. I'm also skipping questions that are not related to Seduce Me. So if you are asking a question, be like, "What's your opinion about the stars in the sky?" Like, that's not Seduce Me related. Go away. But
I could swear someone just asked a question like, how do I get to this one ending in the game? Like, if people just putting in here like it's a game pack, just asking.
oh
I've never been able to beat it, actually.
I mean, like, it's still funny. Some people question are like, but like, there are some people that legitimately are like, you can't get the love scenes, you can't get the true ending without having sex with the boys. I'm like, no, I did the math and I did the programming. You do not have to have sex with the boys in order to get the true ending. That means you fucked up somewhere else. It's like, oh my god, guys, come on. Will we get a Diana appearance? I don't know, if you ask nicely. For those of you who don't know,
Where that actress is now.
wait, what?
I said, I wonder where that actress is now.
I don't know. She sounds like a cunt. I might blacklist her.
Oh my god.
For those of you who don't know, I also voice the secondary antagonist in Seduce Me, Diana, aka the succubus trying to take the boys away from you. So yeah, there's that. Do you remember Diana's Vendetta? That was me, the cosplay. Hey, wonderful, hello. Do you think you will convert any of your other games to Android? Right now, Google and I are having a fight, and Apple is about to join in that fight because there's a lot of issues with mobile releasings internationally, as well as just safety concerns for indie developers who don't have necessarily like a big backing security system that will stop people from doxing them. So right now, I don't know. I'm about to start a fight with Google. But otherwise, there is an Android release of Seduce Me on itch.io. I don't know if it's fully updated yet, but I'm gonna try and keep it updated as much as I can. But right now, that's the only reliable source I can give you right now. And about the question about the MBTI and enneagrams, I do not remember what I listed for the boys. Oh, so my husband's here. Hi! Hi, hubby!
Oh,
Yay!
Whoa.
Hello.
Hi, howdy, hello.
Hi, howdy, hello. Oh my god, and I just, because I saw the message, I lost my place in the questions. So do any of you want to jump in with any sort of, like, memory, fun fact, thing that you're just like, Michaela, why the fuck did you make me do that?
I remember when we were recording the second game.
Yeah.
I was in Texas, and I remember I had to binge record all of it in like a day.
Yeah.
And I was in my downstairs walk-in closet, which was meant to be for like, I'm pretty sure like pantry or sweaters or something.
Yeah.
And I just remember recording at one point. It's like, bro, it's so hot in here. I'm just gonna, and I started like, I took off my clothes while recording. It was so goddamn hot.
Yeah, it's part of the bloopers. It's like you can just hear like the timeline of when Alejandro was just stripping down.
You're not really recording from home if you still have clothes on.
Extremely fair. It's
That's
too
another
hot.
key part of voice acting.
It is way
Yeah.
too
Yeah.
hot.
Dude, I ain't got
Especially
clothes
with,
on
like,
right now.
ventilation.
What the
Hey, we love that. But let's, fun fact: the actor who plays Tanjiro in Demon Slayer plays one of the characters. That is correct. He voices Andrew. He didn't respond to my emails. I think he hates me, but it's fine.
I think he gets 1,000 emails a day, and he's. I know him, and he's like, "Yep, going to every single con that I can go to." So he's a workaholic. I'm sure he sends all the love.
100%. So gentlemen, if you could voice a different character in the series, would you switch characters with someone, and who would you voice?
Oh God.
That's an interesting one.
Let's see.
I
don't know.
My answer is easy. The other character I auditioned for, James.
Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
I remember
I
that.
feel like I could do a good James too.
Yeah.
You know, I think I could do a good Jane.
Everyone can do a good James.
Game with
Bradley-
James.
You guys
Bradley,
can do
your-
James
your-
together.
Your role is up for grabs now.
Well,
Yep, that's
each
right.
do
Fuck it,
one
I'm taking
word.
Matthew. Let's go.
We
All
all
right.
voice James, but we each say the next word.
Yes.
Yes.
Fun
Oh
fact.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like an icebreaker.
Supposed to be a 3-headed demon. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. I'll say just on a related note, one thing that struck me. There's a show that Alejandro and I are in, the one of the newer Gundam shows, Witch from
Oh,
Mercury. Yeah, my character is a little Sam-esque, and his character is a little bit Eric-esque, is what I would say.
Yeah, it's sure. He sure fucking is.
Love that though. Oh my gosh.
Sadiq is a bitch in a good way.
Guel is mad. Guel is so mad.
Oh my god. Also, if I missed your questions, just re-ask it. Don't just spam it because, like, all of a sudden I'm like 45 messages in. I'm like, what the hell? Why are people still talking? So if I missed your question, how do you respond to hate? Has there been rude encounters like for the game? I just kind of brush it off. Like, open doors. There have been so many people that make fun of Seduce Me, and validly so, because the writing. I say this now, having written this 10 years ago. The writing is very amateur. The writing is very much someone who grew up with Otome games going, I want to make an Otome game, and made a very bare-bone basic Otome game. And one that is easily laughable in terms of, like, it has grammar issues, it has spelling errors, it has it has so many spelling issues.
I'm gonna come out.
charm.
I'm coming out swinging on this. You did a good job, and and let me say that I understand the instinct is to cringe, but like, especially right now, with so many games coming out with art that people didn't make, with dialogue that people didn't write.
Oh, yeah.
Like an earnest expression of like a thing that you like, even if it didn't turn out perfectly, even if it's not 100% what you would envision, that's still beautiful, and people
That is so
like
right.
it, and it helped them, and people talk about how like Seduce Me was like, yeah, this was like a really nice thing in my life, and like that's beautiful. There's nothing wrong with that. So I think you should give yourself more credit, especially with everything going on right now with AI.
100%.
That's what I'm saying. Go out and create, guys. Go out and create.
Yeah.
Make something.
Yeah, and you make it, not type in it for the computer to make it for you. You make it.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I mean, like, and I say this knowing that I am 10 years older. I have a little more experience under my belt. That's why I can
Just
go
a
back
little.
and just a little.
Yeah.
That's why I can go back and just be like, "Oh my God, Michaela, what the fuck were you doing?" So
I mean, how many of us can say we're the same person from 10 years ago?
extremely fair, yeah.
I'm
So-
still
What a
black, so
minimal
does that
dev
count?
team too. A huge undertaking with such a
I
minimal
heard it,
dev.
James. Don't
Yes.
worry, I got you.
I mean, like, I remember
Bruh.
when Seduce Me 1 came out, I spent like 48 hours awake making sure everything was like programmed properly, as little bugs as possible, taking everyone's notes. I released it. I swear on God, I was seeing pink elephants, and I had a meeting with my friend immediately after posting it to Itch.io and all that stuff. I went with her to a tea party. I just started cackling in the middle of the tea party, and she's like, "What the fuck is going on?" I'm like, "I haven't slept. I'm so sorry." And then Matthew's VA and Samantha Chan were in a call with me afterwards. I still hadn't slept at that point because I was just trying to meet with everyone and just like make sure and to check in with everyone I was okay. I started laughing, and then I started bawling tears. And they're like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" I'm like, "I haven't slept."
Yeah.
Me neither.
Yeah, sleeping isn't a thing that's often engaged in with creatives.
Yeah.
It's a luxury.
Oh,
It's the
that's why I'm
caviar.
drinking Celsius right now at
Oh, yeah.
6:10 p.m.
Yeah.
That's become
Oh,
like
I'm about to pour myself a glass of wine.
Oh my
Celsius
god.
has
I
become
might
like
get
the
so drunk.
breakfast of
Fancy, bitch.
champions for me.
Yeah, to this day she's still awake. To this day I have not slept
Yeah,
since
They
Seduce Me
never
won.
got a
Never
full night's
sleep.
and they do.
That's our creative advice. Never sleep. Give
Never
up on
sleep.
sleeping.
Yes.
Never sleep.
Sleep is for the weak.
In fact, you should invest in a bad bed so you just never sleep in it.
Oh
Yep.
my god.
Mm.
Oh no.
Oh, Lord.
I have one quick side story, really quick, just to help emphasize. I think, and I'm being that guy, just to emphasize how much of a momentous like achievement even releasing a visual novel is, Michaela. I was involved in trying to. I had friends that were like, you know what, that did look at Seduce Me and went, you know what, I could do that. I could make a visual novel. That's easy. You know how far they got? Not far, because you realize very fast, you know what, you have to write dozens of pages, you have to sit there and like plot out what the story is going to look like, and then you have to go and get the art done, then you have to get the music done, and then you have to even think about doing the recording, then you have to program it in Rampy. Most people that go like, oh man, this shit is so easy, you will not get past making a demo. You never will, because it's so much. It is so, even the smallest amount of something is so complicated. So I'm not trying to be like difficult to anyone out there that like may have criticisms of the game. I'm not saying like you have to say the game is perfect. It's just it is not easy. No game, no creative endeavor is easy. So you deserve to be proud, Michaela. That's all.
I deeply appreciate it. Like it brings me back to like when Alejandro pinged me. He's like, "Hey, can you still make visual novels?" Yeah. Why?
Well, I have the dumb fucking idea.
Vietnam War flashbacks.
And literally, it took like a year to make the visual novel. And I'm like, no, this makes sense. This actually tracks for how a visual novel is made. So like literally, it was muscle memory coming back in. I'm like, oh my god, I have to do all of this programming.
I will say it was fun getting the band back together.
And we got the band back together.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so good. Let's see here. But yeah, if you want to make something, just make it. Don't use AI, just make it yourself. I promise you, the stress of it will be worth it when people come at
pussy.
you. When people come at you and be like, oh my god, you did a really good thing. It's like, yeah, that's awesome. And I'm happy about that.
And it's homegrown.
Homegrown.
Exactly.
Hey.
Oh my goodness. I'm also like making sure I didn't miss with the ending of Burning Hot Love. Alex's
Oh,
game.
no.
Hell yeah.
Were there any plans to expand that? There was a plan. Essentially, Burning Hot Love, for those of you who don't know, was Malix's joke romance side story. That I voiced myself up until the actual story came out.
The crayon was so funny.
It was literally stick your crayon pictures, and I loved every minute of it. But essentially, you are... The point is you get into this big prison with Malix, who is there alive for some reason, and he pretty much uses you to break out of jail because, you know, he can do that. He's a devil. And it was supposed to segue into The Devil's Gospel, which is a 48-hour game that I made with actually Jonah, who is the main lead of that, as well as Bradley was also in it. Chris did the music. There was a lot of really fun sides in there, and it was going to be segueing from there into the Devil Saga, which is essentially a devil actually comes to Earth, and wreaks fucking havoc because they fucking can, but they accidentally kind of fuse with a human, and so they start feeling emotions, and they start feeling like, oh my god, I did wrong, and so it's the whole thing of just like a devil on Earth who has emotions. What's going to happen?
Nice.
But yeah, so there was going to be a story with Malix's route, but it work. Lots of things fell apart. Let's see here. Also
More giving Michaela. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go.
I was gonna say more giving Michaela her flowers. I would also like to thank you for being the very first time I ever heard my voice come out of a character. Like playing the demo, I was so excited to like hear my performance come out of a character and not have me say anything at the same time. Because usually, you know, when you're doing theater, it's like you are the character, you're on the stage and stuff like that. But it was really neat that kind of like lit the fire in me to do this even more. Be like, oh my god, this is something that people can do for like a job. This is something that people can do for a living. Yeah, thank you for letting me do that. Coming and contacting me. I did read for it, but you came to my DMs and were just like, hey, would you like to read for this character? So, yeah, I probably wouldn't have a voiceover career, or at least not as dedicated to one, if it wasn't for Michaela and this game.
Hell yeah.
Y'all are way too sweet. Y'all are way too sweet. Stop it. I'm already like, I already have salt and pepper hair, man. This is like, but let's see here. Also, Carrie, thank you so much for being here. For those of you who don't know, Carrie Girl has been here since the beginning of Seduce Me. She has been helping a lot of the production on the monetary side. She helped back both Kickstarters. She also funded a big meetup at AX, and all that stuff. So Carrie has been she's listed as a producer in Seduce Me too, and she also has Sam's heart in any route that's not Sam's. So, but yeah, just wanted to highlight that. And I know some of the Fae wives are here. I know some of the Inky wives are here. I know, like Fae.
Inky wives.
The Inky wives. I know some of the Inky wives are here. So yeah, I wanted to say hi and all that stuff, and thank you for supporting. But oh my god, I just like there's so much chat. I love it. I love that. Thank you all for being here. Holy fuck. Like holy fuck. It's been 10 years. Oh god. Trying to see. Do you remember fun fact about the boys' mothers? Oh yeah. I think I could finally like push the door open and really confirm for everyone. Yeah, Sam's mom's a dragon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
that makes sense.
Nice.
so like
I remember you told me that.
yeah, it's like a lot of people are like, how does Sam have dragon powers and how is he connected to dragon? The mom's half dragon, half succubi, and so like. She has dragon connections, and she was like the one and only like fusion of dragon and incubi and succubi. So Sam got very lucky to be able to even be contacted by dragons. So yeah, I'm going to confirm that right the hell now. And there's your fact right there of one of the moms.
And she goes by Som.
Yep, Som, 100%.
Yeah, what?
Instead of Sam or mom or Sam's mom, Som.
Som.
Oh, that's yeah.
It's
Sami.
Som.
She's also qualified to tell you what type of wine you're drinking.
Exactly.
Out of curiosity, are any of the other boys also like part other kind of demon or entity?
Yes. So might as well just lay out the foundation and just reveal everyone now. So James's mom is, if I remember correctly,
A dog.
So she wasn't pure succubus, but she, I believe, is a dream eater. So essentially, the big reference that like James talks about dream eaters, yeah, that's the kind of the hint that James's mom was part dream eater. And then Eric, God, what was Eric? I can't remember what I placed on Eric. I
thought Eric was like pure incubus.
That would be Matthew. Yeah, that would be Matthew.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
I know he was raised to be like the perfect incubus.
Yeah, but yeah, Matthew's mom is pure succubus, and that's why she was so hoity-toity, and voiced by Brittany Lotto, who did a fantastic fucking job with her. And then Sam, obviously, dragon. And then Damien's was Shadow Demon. So yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, Shadow, if you meet Shadow in Seduce Me 2, that's the powers that essentially Damien could have had he known his actual abilities and range.
Dang, man.
So yeah, that's why when he has his full demon form, he has like the scythe, the wings, everything, where it's like more demon based and more shadow demon based. So yeah, those are the moms. It's Eric's one that still bugs the shit out of me. I'm like, wait a minute, what is Eric's? I'm pretty sure it might also have been Shadow Eater, it might have been Soul Eater or Dream Eater, but I'm not sure.
Eric's mother is the friends that we made along the way.
Yes. It's the friends. Also terrible. Oh my god, a terrible raid. Congrats on anniversary. Thank you so much.
Hey, yo, what's good?
Thank you.
It's a boy.
Thank you. For those of you who don't know, Terrible, aka Keston Howard, we work together in AFMAO and also other things. So yeah. Anyways, so thank you so much for the raid. Deeply appreciate it.
He's an amazing person.
Yay! But let's see. Oh God, I'm missing so many questions. I'm just gonna
Eric
go with
is
the most
Dream
recent
Eater,
ones.
James is Soul Eater.
Huh?
People, I saw the thing. Eric is Dream Eater, James is Soul Eater.
Oh, there it is. That probably is.
Nailed
I
it.
had it listed
Nailed
on
it.
Tumblr, and I don't remember all the information that I
That's
put
what
on
it was.
Tumblr. Because
Someone play
Tumblr.
Paper Moon.
Yep, there you go.
Oh,
He's
God,
gonna
it
turn
really
into
is
a
10 years ago. Holy shit.
oh my God.
Bringing it back.
So old.
Is Seduce Me enjoyable for boys? I know Otomes are typically for girls. So here's the thing. I'll say this very much like, because I'm a demi woman. I wrote it, like, back then I wrote it for, like, a girl's mindset. Because, I was a girly girl who liked Otome games. And Otome means maiden game. So it's typically for a female. La Mao. But there have been men who've played this game and enjoyed it. For example, Mr. Basie. He's up on YouTube who has a playthrough of Seduce Me. There have been multiple men who have played Seduce Me and enjoyed it. Not necessarily to like put themselves in Mika's shoes, but more so like there's a story that they found enjoyment in. There's some people in the chat who might be masculine representing who like the game for other reasons other than whatever. Markiplier has not played Seduce Me, at least from what I know. He might have. I don't know. He hasn't told me anything. But I guess that kind of ties into my biggest regret is that instead of making it just like a femme MC with the boys, my biggest wish is if I ever had like $1 million and they're like, you get $1 million but you have to remake Seduce Me from the bottom up. I'll be like, so we're getting customizable MC with either any pronouns that
$1 million,
they-
you could get a full show.
Exactly. But like yeah, like customizable MC with like any sort of range would being like for the gambit of pronouns, the gambit of identities, a customizable look, and that would be translated to CGs. So that way people could really be more immersed, and I would expand the stories more than I already have of kind of like how the boys kind of like interact with the MC. Obviously, I would get consent from all the boys before I add anything like romantical. But regardless of that, but yeah, so you can still enjoy Seduce Me, even though it's like it's an Otome game. But understand that if you don't want to like insert yourself into Mika's shoes, you can just enjoy the story as like a third person eye kind of watching and what's going on. But yeah.
Does it have Steam achievements? You could also go for Steam achievements. I
Yeah,
guess.
there is Steam achievements. I know Eric went straight in for Steam achievements. He's like, I don't give a shit. I'm just gonna go straight into Steam achievements.
Yep, I want to see the Seduce Me speedrun.
The Seduce
Hey
Me
guys,
speedrun.
I'm here getting all the achievements. We're doing a any percent speed run of Seduce Me. Let's go.
Oh my god, what is it?
Presses tilde,
Just
opens
press the
console,
skip
and we're
button.
done. Yeah.
Oh
Well,
my
what you do is you
God.
skip reading it. That's a real fast way to get through the game.
You hit the skip
Open a
button.
book and close it.
Hold enter.
Hold. No, there's a skip button on the game. Like you literally press the skip button. You can just skip
You-
like through like this. But yeah. So, oh my god, like you can see in the back how fast I'm skipping through this game.
Oh my god, is that what's happening in the back? You're just
Yeah.
playing the game? I didn't even notice.
Oh,
Yeah. So yeah, it's like I literally just press the skip button, and you know what? I'll just skip.
Who you going for?
I just
Fellas,
head to the back with
real
music.
quick, I have to get going soon, so if anybody has a question for me,
Yes.
say it now.
Why are you so fucking fine, bro?
Why-
Well,
Oh,
you
what-
know,
Where do you get the nerve to be so handsome?
well, a couple of kidney stones really helped.
Oh God.
That's a secret, everybody.
Very, very sad and painful.
That's right. We promote kidney stones here.
No, we
Please-
don't.
We
do
please
not.
do not
promote
promote
not getting
kidney
kidney
stones.
stones.
There's some
Drink
advice. If you
water,
wanna
and
be
that
an
is what I
actor-
promote.
That's
If you want to be an
true.
actor, get kidney stone.
That's
Just
true. That's
walk
a
in.
vital part of it.
I do know like 4 actors that have gotten kidney stones in the last like year and a half.
Yeah,
Oh my
not
God.
there's not obviously there's not a you think about it, right? Like we're not
I
saying
have
it
a
explicitly,
sick
but you
ulcer.
think about it.
Oh, there is a question then for you, Alejandro. How
Mhm.
was it voicing Sam? And because the doors are open, this is your chance to yell the shit out of me.
I mean, it was kind of like my first proper foray into it because like before that, I can't remember if I did. I think I did. I did Freedom Planet, which was another indie game, but I wasn't. They were just like, oh, you can be goofy and shit, and I was like, sure, and there was no, whatever. And before that, we had worked on what was it? Audio file? Is that what it was
Yeah,
called?
I was got audio file. Yeah. From
Yeah.
Super Voice AU. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, but like, I don't think we ever recorded like an actual thing for that game. I think we just recorded like a teaser.
Yeah.
But I was like just slowly getting into it more than anything because like I think when we started recording Seduce Me 1 is when I was actually like invested in voiceover.
Yeah.
So I was like, God, I want to make sure it sounds good. And I've heard what I sound like back then. Hell, I've heard what I sound like back in like anime when I was starting out, and I hate my voice when
Yeah, it's
like
not-
bro,
I
I sound so nasally in comparison. Like obviously, like my voice still has like a type of nasal quality, but like it's at least cleaner. But man, it's just so much. But I don't remember. I don't think I had any complaints recording it. I think it was just like a certain comfortability shit because I was like newer and I hadn't done that kind of thing before. And also like maybe not be a fucking dumbass and wait till like literally the last minute to record everything.
It's fine. I didn't sleep. It's fine.
But yeah, no, I don't. I thought it was a good time. I had fun with it. Had a good time.
You did
Yeah.
great as Sam.
Good.
And if I ever remake this game, obviously the role is still yours. So it's like
Well,
if you want to
great.
change it,
I won't sound like ass.
you still don't. Like you didn't before, and you still don't. Look at Lamau.
I'll sound like better ass.
Say fuck every single line. It's fine.
Yeah.
And was there the last question? Was there a specific reason for adding Sam into Ruffled? Because Sam became a police officer.
Oh yeah, because he became a cop.
Yeah.
What?
I forgot about that. Oh, yeah, Ruffle.
So like a lot of my games were connected at the time, so I'm just like, if the main character is in the police office, who's gonna be Sam? Sam's gonna be there.
The MCU, the Michaela cinematic universe.
Yeah.
Wow. MCU straight up. The better one.
Better
It's
one,
gotta
yeah.
be like what the hell is it? The Remedy verse.
The Remedy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Interconnected other
Yeah.
planes.
Oh my god, yeah. But no, yeah. And this will be the last one before we gotta go. I'm gonna
Yeah.
hold you one more time. What was your favorite scene as Sam?
Oh God, bro! Like I don't remember what I did yesterday. My favorite scene from a fucking 10 years ago. Holy shit!
Is there any that like sticks out from like just like thinking back on it?
Probably when like he like fights and shit and Seduce Me too. If I remember right, like he turns into like his like demonic dragon form. But like I don't even know if that's my headcanon or if that actually happened.
No, it did happen. Like you go up against the demon lord and you show like the dragon sword as well as your wings and all that, your flame wings, and then you go like, I am a dragon and all that stuff.
Yeah. I remember that because I was already profusely sweating in the booth. But yeah, no, like there was just so much shit, and that was so long ago. Like the few things I remember are from the second one, and then the first game was even before that.
Yeah.
I didn't live in Texas back then. I was still in college.
Yeah. I think I remember that. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my
Yeah, I
God.
remember I had to talk to my roommates at the time. I had to be like, "Hey, don't be weirded out if I record."
Oh my god, yeah. All right. If you need to go, do you need to go?
Yeah, I gotta get going.
All right.
Good
All
talking to you.
right.
man.
Yeah,
Bye.
likewise. Y'all take it
Later,
easy.
man.
Goodbye.
Talking, man.
But yeah,
There
so
goes a legend.
and if you want to go follow him, he's Sayu VTuber on YouTube and Twitch, as well as Twitter, and it literally looks Sayu VTuber. Or Alejandro Saab, he also posts on there. So yeah, you'll find him. He's been in a lot of things, like in a lot of Crunchyroll stuff.
That's true.
A lot.
A lot.
The man's been working very hard.
Yep.
Mhm.
All right. Do any of you want to jump into like favorite scenes from your characters?
I think everybody's favorite scene is probably whenever we got to do the coolest shit. You know, the like resolution, the what is it? The denouement of all of our character arcs,
Yeah, the
right?
climax.
Where we, yeah.
That's
or the
I-
climax.
the climax.
It was
I just
We
remember
painted
how
fireplace.
much. I just remember how much like Malik hated Sam specifically. Like it just seemed like there's an extra bit of rage there.
little
Against
bit
him. I don't
hater
remember
energy.
why, but
You're both hot-headed.
Yeah, the
You-
two
you-
I
hotheads.
guess
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Hater
Yeah.
recognizes hater.
You didn't recognize game, and you looking kind of familiar right now.
Oh my god.
We did so many side things too. Like, wasn't there one where we played Five Nights at Freddy's? Wasn't that a thing that like we
Yes.
uploaded at one point?
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Yeah, that's a highlight.
Oh my god, that's
Oh,
fun. Yeah.
The April Fool's game was hilarious.
Yeah.
I saw some reactions of people playing, and they were like so confused. Like, what's going on?
Just hearing Chris play the recorder, like say the monster on the recorder.
It was like the whole game was like poised to be like this super like crayon, like I don't know what the heck is going on here, and then all of a sudden it get mad serious. That was pretty cool.
Oh god.
So I got the monologue and everything.
Yeah. It was yeah.
My favorite sport.
Let's see. Matthew's VA does not have new socials, at least none that she has expressed to me. So she's laying low. She is basically to herself. She is doing her work. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Mm-hmm. We'll respect that.
Let's see. Do any other mythological creatures exist in Seduce Me Universe? Actually, yes. If you go into Seduce Me the Complete Story, I made a compendium of all of the creatures that could be in the Seduce Me universe.
Ooh, a bestiary.
Yeah.
Very busy universe.
Oh yeah. It's like there was so many plans that I had, and then I got traumatized with imposter syndrome. So yeah, it was bad.
If you 100% the game, there's also an unlockable monster cooking guide
Totally.
with all the different monster parts.
Yeah, 100%.
That's true. That's true. You need to be clicking on every frame of the game to get all the Easter eggs. You got to
Every
go
single
back.
pixel.
You guys are missing so much. You have not even cracked open how much Seduce Me there is.
Yeah. Let me see. Just making sure. Do you guys enjoy it when people come up to you and mention Seduce Me?
Yeah, of
Absolutely.
course.
Frequently.
Well, there you go.
It's
always
like I said,
understandable.
even last weekend we had somebody come up with an inkjet printer page of the boys, and I think one person had already signed it. It might have been Alejandro, but they were just like, here you go, sign this thing. I remember you from 10 years ago from doing this little Otome visual novel, and every time it's a surprise. Honestly, it really is, because you're just like, oh wow, it's still popular enough. People love the story so much so to come up 10 years later and talk to you about it. And we didn't have we weren't all like at conventions and stuff like that back then. We would kind of fly under the radar. I think the only time we were all together was during that ASEN thing.
Yeah.
We did the 2 panels. I think we did one on
Yeah, with the one I got a
Seduce Me,
concussion at. Yeah.
Oh my god! Yeah. Oh, I
remember
forgot that.
I remember that fall.
People tend to
Oh,
forget
Jesus.
that. And I'm like, thank God they do. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, I remember that night. I had to still finish the story then.
I remember the advertisements for the Undertale orgy at that con.
Oh my God.
What?
Yeah, there was like a flyer that someone brought in. Like, do you guys see this?
Jesus Christ, that sounds like a bad time.
Someone's gonna be there going.
Oh god, I think they said cosplay was 100% mandatory.
Jesus
Oh.
Christ.
What a time.
What was the process of coming up with the Incubi Brothers demon? Latin. Purely Latin. Because I didn't necessarily know the language of angels at the time. So I'm just like, okay, Latin. I just put a bunch of letters, like mix them up together, and just put them in a bowl, shake it, take the letters out. But like that's typically Latin, so I tried to just base it around like, does it sound Latin? Close enough. I'll fully admit that.
Hell yeah.
Let's see. Wasn't Matthew's mom the only one that would have accepted the MC? Yes, that is correct. The other Incubi moms would have been more sus about like, a human dating our sons. What the fuck? Oh, I'm kind of wondering, did anything awkward happen to any of y'all while recording?
I mean, like, other than like blooper wise.
The blooper wise or just like, like roommate walked in and be like, what the fuck are you recording?
I mean, I know Ali mentioned that. Ali mentioned that with his roommates at the time.
Yeah.
Not really for me. I mean, anyone else?
Mm-mm.
I record straight up like porn in my room now, so it's not like I not like anything as a shock to a lot of people. I just kind of like, you know, they get it. I'm an adult. And back in college, I was an adult, and nobody really gave. In fact, some of my roommates, I think, in college were interested in what I was doing because it was so. I went to college in South Central Kentucky, right? So it was like, you know, it was a people learning how to be farmers and stuff like that at my university. Not like, you know, it wasn't an arts university. So people were always like, "What are you doing in there, Scott? You recording sexy sounds? Can I watch? Are you like, what are you?
Can I?
What is
watch?
that? I'm not even like ragging on you, dude. Like, I just want to see what you care. I've never do voice acting. What is that? So, like, genuinely, people would. First of all, I've never gotten a complaint from anybody, no matter how loud I was, screaming, yelling, gnashing my teeth, no matter how weird it was. Never a single complaint. No cops called. No one knocked on my door. Nothing. It was all just like, well, he's just doing his thing. It's just Jonah's a voice actor. He's doing his thing. So it was never anything weird. But I think the weird part was them being cool with it.
It's like respect. Okay, great.
Yeah, they were the awkward ones. When you get
yeah, right?
There you go.
It wasn't during recording. I mean, like, because it was like the one thing I had to my name for a while. Because it was like one of the first things I had done. The most awkward thing was just having to explain to my family, like, because they look me up online. I'd be like, it is called Seduce Me, yes, but listen, it's not
a porn
like
game, I swear.
Yeah, that's the most awkward thing that happened. Otherwise, I mean, like, yeah, no, I've done similar levels of sauciness. I think the first game I recorded like in my parents' basement, and then like the second game I recorded in college. I think when I was I think in the year whenever I didn't have a roommate. I guess the awkward thing that happened that's of note is I had a neighbor in my dorm room who would like slam on the wall whenever I'd record, being like, "You are so loud. You are so impossibly loud." And like this was also like I remember a couple times I'd be like, "Oh, okay, yeah, you know, I'm talking or I'm doing like yelling dialogue or something." And then, like, it would start happening, like, he'd bang on the wall whenever, like, I was, like, whispering.
Oh, my God.
And then eventually, because he was like, "You are so loud. It is so loud." I saw him, like, post in, like, the dorm Facebook group, like, "Hey, you know, how do you deal with a roommate that is just so impossibly loud? It's driving me insane." I'm like, I live right next to you. Can we figure this out? So what we did was my RA came in, and he was like, "All right, let's see what's going on here." He was like, "I'm going to go into his room. And then I want you to go into your room and be as loud as you can." He goes into that guy's room. I go back into my room. I scream at full volume. We both come out and he's like, "I didn't hear you at all. I don't know what that guy is talking about." So like this guy was just going insane. He was I don't know, going through like the telltale heart in his dorm room. So they just moved him elsewhere, and then like the other guy who moved in next, I checked like a month later, like, "Hey, you don't hear me when I'm yelling." He's like, "What do you mean you're yelling? I never hear anything."
Alrighty then.
So that's my story. I don't know if Seduce Me like got that guy haunted by a ghost or something, but that's about it.
That's hilarious, though. I think the only awkwardness was the fact that Seduce Me the Otome came out as the same time the Team Fortress meme came out of Seduce Me.
Seduce me!
Yeah, Seduce Me. It came out at the exact same time. So when people were talking about Seduce Me, they're like, Team 4-Star? No. Otome game? No. Team 4-Star. Not Team 4-Star. Team Fortress. So they were talking about Spy and being like, Seduce Me. Seduce Me.
Speaking of trying to tell people it's not a porn game, I remember a specific interaction you, Michaela, had in an elevator.
What?
What?
You're gonna have to remind me of this.
With a certain older lady?
Oh, she was asking. Yeah, because we were in an elevator at one point, and I was wearing a Seduce Me shirt. And she's like, "Oh, interesting. Is that what is that?" And I had to explain to her, like, this is an Otome game. It's a big romance. Oh, interesting. She's just giving me this like polite look, and I'm like, oh no, she's sending me to hell in her head.
I remember because she's like, "Oh, so you're not promoting fornication?"
Yeah.
Wait, was I there for this? This was at the convention, wasn't it?
I think maybe.
Was this at the convention?
Honey, I don't have to tell you, but fornication has been promoted for thousands of years
Yeah,
without
I don't think
minor
it's
intervention.
advertising. People are aware.
Need it.
It's like, oh my god, it was
Yeah, it needed to happen.
ridiculous. Oh
I
my
don't think
god,
people need signs to find out. Wait, you do what?
I do
You do
what?
what?
Huh?
No, I
Oh,
mean, if you're looking for the clitoris, that's something else, and I can figure that out later. But like, it
now.
Not real.
Screaming. Any fun facts about the music in the games? I think this is a question for you, Chris.
Yeah,
The
Chris,
music. Sorry, what was that?
Any fun facts about the music in the game?
Fun facts about the music. The title theme was an accident. I had realized, for the first game, Michaela came to me and was like, "We need ideas for these kinds of tracks." So I write a couple of theme songs. I think the very first track I wrote was like, one was Matthew's theme, another was like maybe spooky things. I don't remember, but we got to this point where I had written a couple of tracks that had the same melody in it, that da 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 da, da. And I was like, wait a minute, I used this in another song. What if we just keep that as like the main theme? Then I wrote that for the title theme. There was also when I was working on the Seduce Me 2 soundtrack, I was way into the soundtrack for Halo 4 by Kazuma Jinouchi, and I know that influenced the production sound a lot.
Yeah.
And we were going for. I really used the for the what's that track called? Fighting the Demon Lord.
I think it was called Fighting the Demon Lord, legitimately.
Yeah, the Siege, all of that one.
Yeah.
That one was heavily influenced by All Noah Zero, and then I had decided to for the one that is Sero and Diana's theme. That one I had a lot of fun with because I had specifically written it to be a duet because it was about these two characters. So that's why we have the oboe and the cello being that duet.
So sweet.
There's not a lot of silly fun facts about the soundtrack. Oh, I will always claim that this is not soundtrack related at all. I will always claim that I came up with the name for Simon Tabby because I was like, we need to name him S. Tabby for Stabby.
I think we all just kind of agreed to do it in Skype. It was during the Skype days. Oh my god.
It's
The
still one of my
Jesus.
favorite.
Yeah.
Still one of my favorite soundtracks I've ever written.
Oh my god.
Quick,
Yeah.
quick, Chris. I don't know if you mentioned this, but I'll know Zero. How do you pronounce it, right?
Ald Noah Zero. Yeah.
Know Zero. That the music was that Hiroyuki Sawano in the
Yep. That's a Sawano
I think
soundtrack.
that's one of the
Nice.
first anime where I heard that amazing soundtrack, and I was like, "What the fuck is this? This is ridiculous."
Yeah.
Like, is this what a Sawano drop is? So I wrote a Sawano drop in that.
Oh,
Just
I
without the
love them so
vocal.
much.
I actually thought
Nice.
about recording vocal for it, but I couldn't find like a singer I wanted to get the exact sound from that I wanted.
His music is so powerfully awesome, dude. It's like it saved me from a burning building the first time I heard it.
So good.
Hell yeah.
I know someone also asked about making an OC for Seduce Me. Yes. Yes, you can. There are so many OCs of Seduce Me. Like, five of them are in the game. Like, make it. No, more than 5, like 10 are in the game. Please make an OC. Please enjoy. Be inspired. Make your OCs, please.
Michaela, would it also be all right going back to the music? And since I had recorded an orchestra for the title theme orchestra,
Yeah.
For the complete story, could I drop the link for that in your chat?
Go for it, please. Be my guest. Y'all,
For people who want to watch
if y'all
it
just want
later,
to spam your socials or anything you want to just share, go for it. I don't care.
I mean, don't pause the stream. Watch this later. But this is the very first time I worked with a full orchestra on a commercial project. I contracted. I can't talk. I contracted out to an orchestra out. It wasn't Budapest. Or was it Prague? Is Prague in Budapest? There was some. Anyway, it was out of Prague. I recorded this orchestra. I hired this orchestra, and it was amazing. And I was so happy with it. And we got the video footage to use in the video that I put on my YouTube channel. So thank you.
Yeah, it was so fun being able to do that. Like, literally, Chris came up to me and was like, "Can we do a live orchestra on this?" I'm like, "Yes." Just don't even ask. Yes. The answer is yes.
Okay, and if you need to know, because I had to look it up, Prague is not in Budapest. It is in Czech.
And there you go.
Czech Republic.
let's see. Also, just keeping things Seduce Me related. I'm also skipping. I'm skipping questions that are not Seduce Me related specifically. Oh, if you did redo another SM of the Boys, would Matthew's VA be replaced? I would ask Matthew's VA first and foremost what her thoughts are on the matter. If anything, and here's the thing that I want people to understand. The voice actors make the character, in my eyes. I've always been on this big front that when you have voice acting in a thing, the voice actor is what makes the character alive. So I will do my damnedest to never replace a voice actor unless that voice actor has like committed a crime. But otherwise, it's like in that regard, I would ask Matthew's VA first. And if it came down to like wanting to be more authentic, I'm gonna just say it. I might change Matthew to a woman. So
Nice.
it's one of those things where I'm
I mean,
like,
they are like
Yeah.
they are like fantasy creatures, right? They could just shapeshift if they
You
wanted.
just
I'm sure
leave
there's an
it up.
explanation.
yeah, it's just like any of the boys that you see on the screen could be like femme representing or even non-binary representing or anything because they're demons. They could do that. They are able
Yeah,
to
yeah,
do that.
exactly.
So Matthew
They're
would-
fully functional.
yeah,
They feed on sexual energy.
exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Sexual energy. So absolutely, Matthew could 100% go succubi and just go succubus. So I was like, that's totally fine. And if that makes
succubus.
and if that makes Matthew's VA more comfortable being in the role, then I would rather do that than be like, well, Matthew's a guy and blah blah blah. No, that's dumb as shit, and that makes me a terrible fucking writer if I do that. But Matthew's VA made the character. There's no way in hell I wouldn't do anything without their permission first. So that's why I would, if it came down to like a reproduction of Seduce Me, if I got like $1 million fucking dollars, then I would go up to all these gentlemen and be like, listen, this is X, Y, and Z is what I want to add. I want to add more like a little bit more spice, a little bit more character descriptions of like background stories, more emotional depth with the characters. Are you guys A-okay with this? And they could straight up just tell me, fuck off. But that would be part of the process of being able to do all of that because these guys are integral to this story. These guys were integral to the creation of this game. Oh yeah. Yeah. Any fun facts about designing the characters? Oh, here's a fun fact some of you may not know. During the development of Seduce Me 1, I used a doll dress-up game to dress up the boys.
Can we talk about Camille for a second?
Yes. I miss. I can't get in contact with her anymore. I don't know why.
Because
She hates
she joined. I have the confirmation because I talked to her about, say, 8 months ago.
Yeah.
She got back in contact with me. She joined the Navy.
Oh.
Oh,
I
damn.
don't know if she is currently in South Korea, but I knew she was in South Korea for a while.
Mhm.
And I'm not sure where she is now. I think she might be back in the U.S.
Oh.
But yeah, long story short, Camille did the art for the Seduce Me 2 sprites, right? Right?
Yeah.
Mm.
She did great.
Yeah, she was wonderful. Like the entire team of Seduce Me was able to come together, and all of them were such big integral parts. But the development of the boys' outfits was purely in a doll dress up.
Oh yeah.
So like I designed like 3 different outfits in a doll dress up, and I just went to the first artist of Seduce Me and went like, this is kind of what I want, and she did it, and it was fantastic. And then when we went to make the full game, Camille stepped in and be like, I'm just gonna change a lot of these elements to make it fit more naturally, and I'm like, okay, sure, I trust you. And she did, and it looks fucking amazing and fantastic.
Yes, I was.
So yeah, I was just like, hey. Which one is Camille for Seduce? Camille is the artist. Camille is the artist. But Barefoot Matthew is such a choice. Matthew likes being close to the ground. Matthew's character is high energy, close to the ground. That was the dichotomy of Matthew's character. So yeah, can I ask what happened to Matthew? Matthew's actor transitioned. Matthew's actor is a woman now. So yeah.
Mhm.
But let's see here. I'm making sure that I'm not dodging, like dodging weave, dodging weave the chat, dodging weave the chat. Would you ever do Seduce Me merch for the clothes, like clothes the characters wear in the games? Oh, if there ever came a collaboration where just like a designer would be like, hey, I want to redesign Seduce Me's outfits, I'm like, fuck it, let's do it. But they have to come to me first.
Yeah, if you sit on like Redbubble or something, or one of those sites where they're like, yeah, we're offering you the Seduce Me costume. As far as I know, that's not sanctioned, right?
Totally. Oh my god.
These aren't the official Seduce Me body pillows.
We do, yeah. Like I with Rico Art, who does VTubing now, who does VTuber models, did the art for the Dakimakuras. The only one that's missing is Diana, because it was during a time where like she was going through a lot of hardships with her child, and so like I couldn't get into contact with her, and so like we just couldn't do the Diana Dakimakura. Yeah, I was just kind of like grabbing mad, but it's fine. It is what it is. Still in contact with Jello Pop? Yeah, he voices Sero. So yes, I'm still in contact with him. And if we do the audiobook with character voices, he will be Sero. So he already told me, he's like, yeah, if you need Sero, just let me know and we'll just go by my regular rate that I did back then. It's like, okay, great. But let's see. Guys, if you are asking questions that are outside of Seduce Me, we are dodging because this is Seduce Me. But does anyone here, we're hitting the 2-hour mark. Oh my god. Anyone here wanted to drop any sort of like fun lore while I look for another question?
I got nothing.
Like, oh my God. Yeah.
I find it funny that as time went on, I think the additional material, the Cimmerillion of Seduce Me seemed to suggest that more and more that James was like into bondage. That was just very funny to me.
Yeah, because like, because it was more so like James was meant to be the perfect gentleman, and I'm like, no, the perfect gentleman has like a shadow in the back. So like, what is James's shadow? It's like, oh, he's literally a dom. It's like, no, that makes sense. That makes sense because he was trained to be a king. He was trained to be battle master. He would have that affiliation with command and control. So I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, corporate executive during the day, putting on the leather mask at night. A less problematic 50 Shades of Grey really going on there. No, 50 Shades of James.
Actual respect of
his colors are gray and red or whatever. That makes sense.
That's true.
Yeah. I remember writing NSFW of the boys. Oh, by the way, yeah, guys, there is NSFW stories of the boys, but I will never have these boys voice them. Absolutely the fuck not.
Find them on AO3.
Okay, so now it's my turn to do that. I have 10 minutes left before I have to get to a dinner.
Okay. Well, if we actually start wrapping up here because like it's a matter of like this. It's not like this is not meant to be like a hey guys, big surprises. There are no big surprises. We're all just here going down memory lane.
We're just vibing.
Yeah, so like if anyone has any lore drops and all that stuff, or just wants to like plug things, this is the time to do so straight up.
Well, nothing really for me. I'm just glad to be hanging out with you guys. I haven't heard some of you guys in a while. Just glad to be around you guys again. Just here doing my thing, just trying to survive. Like we all are, right? So,
all of us surviving in this world that is changing since 10 years ago.
Yeah. Very much so. Yeah, I'm happy to be here with everybody. I'm super proud to be part of this cast. Anytime I'm in like a thing with one of you guys, it's always super cool, super exciting. I remember specifically, Jonah, when you and I were in studio. I remember I think you had just talked to Mike whenever I was recording for Temperu, and I was like, yeah, I was the first game I was ever in. I was that guy's brother.
Dude. And also like, yeah, it's great to be in. Whenever I get the chance to be in anything with you guys is fantastic, and it's always great seeing any of you guys in passing too, at a con, whether we're running into each other like at the Burbank IKEA or whatever, just like it's really nice. 10 years is a very long time, and to even still be in contact with over half the cast is a feat. It's fantastic. So yeah, you guys are incredible, and you guys are still immensely talented, and I respect each and every one of you to the ends of the earth.
Absolutely.
Sorry, my allergies are bad.
No, you.
So since we're wrapping up, Knight has asked would you guys be okay saying like a phrase or something in your character voices before we head up?
Yeah.
Yeah, so whoever wants to jump in. This would be random dogpile. Let's go. Who goes
Oh
first?
shit, I don't have a line. Oh my god.
It can be like
Wait,
I got it.
It doesn't even have to be a line. It could just be anything in the voice. It's fine.
I got it. I'm locking in.
Okay, go for it.
We're incubi, miss. We feed on sexual energy.
That's a cop out.
Oh my god! There it is.
Cop out.
There
God
it is.
damn
There
it.
it is. I had to do it.
Yeah. Just Davey's just.
Ellipses.
Hold up.
Yeah. Grunts from Dave.
What was I was just trying to look up copy pastas. What's the? Hang on.
All right, I got one.
Yeah.
Who let the bitch out of her cage? What is this? A reverse harem or something?
I mean, yeah. Oh my god, that is a line. Oh my god. That is a line I wrote.
Hell
Oh god.
How about I got one that he would never say. You ready?
Mhm.
I can read your thoughts, and I like what I see.
Hey yo.
He would never say that. That is wildly out of character, but
Wildly, but I mean, if he was drunk, maybe.
yeah.
But Chris, you're about to say?
Yes, princess. Can we do some explicit hand holding?
Oh,
Scandalous,
censor
Ramirez.
bar.
Scandalous.
No, I found the copy
Twitch.
pasta I was looking for. What the fuck did you just fucking say about
my
me, you little bitch? I'll have you know, I graduated top of my class in the Navy. SEALs.
No. No.
Drunk Damien. Wait, was that a thing?
Yeah, drunk Jamie was a thing in Seduce Me too.
Holy shit! No, that was great. I vaguely remember that.
You had like a pineapple drink, like what is it, like what, pina colada or something like that?
Yeah.
Bro, pineapple drinks? Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
That
they're
one
pretty
is
good.
Mm.
Oh my god.
Dangerous.
That is so
Dangerous.
dangerous. And oh god, I might as well pull one for Diana. I don't even remember anything Diana would say. God. Yeah, no, I can't. I got nothing. I got nothing with Diana.
I think someone in the chat wants me to do Malik laugh. That's cool.
Go for it. There you go.
There you go.
Laughter.
Oh my god, love that. 10 years
Hell
already
yeah.
for my comfort game. Oh my god, stop. Yeah, it's been 10 years. But all right. If Jonah, if you need to go for it. If you need to get ready for your dinner and all that stuff.
Yeah. I thank you guys so much. I love each and every one of you. Love you, Michaela. Thank you for putting this together. It was great seeing everybody
Love
and
you,
hearing
Jonah.
everybody.
Love you, bro.
I'll talk to you sometime soon because we're doing some things together.
Yeah.
And
Oh, and I have to send you a message later on.
okay, yeah, sure.
And
You
I
guys are
have
open?
one question that needs to be answered. Do you still love giraffes?
Actually, I've kind
There's
of moved
whales
on
now.
from that. I like whales.
It was a
Character
phase.
growth.
It was a
Oh
phase.
Yeah, but I do
Here's the
still
thing.
have Hella Bless.
There you go.
And yeah, and the thing is, like, I've been so laden with like fan gifts and like, you know, I like to collect merch of characters I voice because fuck yeah. So it's like it's all over there. But I do still have there was a standee that somebody made of Damien that I have over there.
Aw.
It's just his sprite. But yeah, it's in the Detolf. It's in my Detolf.
Is this the sign for
right.
me to make merchandise of the boys? Is this
Do
my
it. I'm
sign?
sure it would sell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Ma-
I don't know.
You'll make your cost back. All right. I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Enjoy the
Bye.
stream.
Yeah.
Bye, chat.
Good night, man.
What's up, man?
Night.
Yeah.
And then there were 4. Oh my god.
Getting closer to the middle.
Oh gosh.
I'm a patient.
Ah, back where I belong,
Jesus,
princess.
Jesus Christ.
Scoot over.
No.
I also have to play the
I
part
crave
of the person-
comfort.
Oh, boy. I also have to play the part of the person that has to get going shortly. So
No worries.
Well, go
We're
ahead.
wrapping up,
Yeah, we're
right?
gonna go ahead. Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. No more than
Okay.
10 minutes. No more than 10 minutes.
Mhm.
you got it. I'll
Um,
stay for that.
So thank you everyone for being here and for your questions. I know we didn't get to a lot of questions because like this is not meant for us to be like a big Q&A that was gonna last a million years. This is more of like us chilling, vibing, shooting the shit, talking, lots of memories and all that stuff. I was actually, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of scared that this was going to be like, oh my god, Michaela, you wrote this shit? It's like, yeah, no, I did. But to know that Seduce Me has had a big impact, not only on y'all in the chat, but also on the voice acting team and all that stuff, has been quite a blessing to hear. So my hope is to eventually maybe one day like continue where Seduce Me left off, or even hell, improve Seduce Me in a new upgrade, because we're doing remasters now, right? Every game dev is doing a remaster now, so
Or a live action
Yep.
remake.
or a live action remake or something.
We're
Like
doing a live action remake of Seduce
Yeah.
Me.
Yep, live action remake. I already have the live action
CW.
cast. I already have the cast ready in mind. It's on my Twitter in the Tumblr somewhere.
I'm not going to look good with red hair. I'll tell you right now.
Oh man.
But yeah,
I'm
like,
not trying to do red face.
And no beard.
I tried black wigs. It doesn't work.
Nah. Susie 10th year edition. Oh my god. I mean, if I ever get the money to do it, and like a developer, like a producer's like, here, I'll give you all this money if you remake Seduce Me, then I've already set my plans. Like, obviously, customizable main character with multiple like pronouns and identities, bigger routes for the boys, etc., etc., all that stuff. And
Yeah.
so yeah.
That
But-
thing.
yeah.
I was just gonna joke that thing from Persona where like they do technically have mouth flaps that move that are like super articulated for some reason.
Right? Now I can do that now. I can do that now.
Yes.
Yee, that'd be fun. CGI for Eric hair.
CGI Eric hair.
Oh, and
Yeah,
for
it's the only change. It's the only change is you can change Eric's hair like palette
the entire
in the
time.
game.
Yeah,
or like
behind
it's like a
footage-
texture.
The behind the scenes footage is me wearing a bright green bald cap.
Oh my god. And
Yeah.
and I do recognize some names from the old days of streaming, like the Seduce Me Kickstarter streams and all of that stuff. Thank you so much for
I do
returning.
too. I remember a lot of these. Wow.
Right? Like, thank you
Yeah.
for returning, and thank you so much for just supporting the game thus far. I know that because the release of Seduce Me has kind of like been in the past, and a lot of us moved on to like do other things. Still knowing that y'all are like always jumping back in when Seduce Me is mentioned is just really heartwarming. So thank you for that. Otherwise, is there any last chance lore bits? The door is open for anything.
I'll say just to emphasize something else that I don't think I've even mentioned to you. There have been. It's not only just that Seduce Me opened the door for me, and I do hope this helps you with this. I can't tell you how many visual novels and games I have been in explicitly where they're like, we loved Seduce Me, we loved
my
the work that
God.
you did in Seduce Me. This Seduce Me was such an inspiration. I don't feel bad saying it because I think they're very open about it. The creators of Crimson Spires, the creators of like a couple other visual novels that I've been in, a couple other dating sims that I've been in, have all been like, we love Seduce Me. It is such an inspiration. So this is really a seed. Like, I understand having complicated feelings about it as the creator 10 years out, but like, you deserve to be proud. This has made such a splash and an impact in the community in a good way that it has inspired so many people. So you should take pride in that.
Thank you. I deeply appreciate hearing that. I'm gonna cry. Stop. No. Fuck. God. Ha, 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 ha. Rainbows. Okay. No crying. I'm good.
It
You're
is
setting
always true,
rainbows?
like, we're always
Yes.
our worst enemy when it comes to like objectively looking at our past work. Guys.
Yeah.
Oh, for real.
I mean, like, looking back on Seduce Me, I don't think I would ever like not do Seduce Me. Like, Seduce Me is my golden child, essentially. Like, yeah, I did like Teach Me First, I did all that stuff, but this one, Seduce Me, was such a big impact because this was me finally fulfilling the want of being able to be a storyteller, for me to follow my dad's footsteps of doing stories, of me following Ryukishio 7's influence on me from Umineko. It was a big thing, and yeah, I'm gonna look back and I'd be like, oh my god, I've grown so much. But like, I think that's the good thing, where if you do look back and you see how you've grown since then, it's both a blessing and a curse, but more so of a blessing because it's knowing that not only have you got to work with fantastic people, I mean, like, I got to work with the best boys around. I got to work with the best cast around. I will say that to any AAA producer's face. I had the best voice cast around, because every single one of them stepped up to the plate. Every single person who was part of this gave their all for a small indie visual novel about sex demons.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So the fact that to hear that Seduce Me has been influential in other degrees, such as like castings or even productions of games, shows. I know like there was one game that recently reached out and be like, yeah, I made my game because I was inspired by yours, and this is payback for the many times I got Damien's bad
Payback.
end. It's like, yeah, you know, fair, absolutely fair. But yeah, so it's a fun nostalgic thing. We're getting to the 5-minute mark. Anyone else want to drop some lore?
Just that, yeah, this has been a life changing. There are like in any person's career as a creative, there are roles that are like the golden child, the checkpoints, the ones that always stick out, and this is like the one for me. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you, James?
I'm sorry, you're slightly distracted. Please repeat
No,
that.
no, just say any lore drops because we're getting close to the 4-minute
Oh,
mark.
lore drops for this. I don't.
At the game or yourself.
Lore drops. I mean, nothing that comes to mind. I'm just. I'm trying to remember how I even got cast as Mouse in the first place. I think he just called me up, emailed me, and was like,
You
"I
auditioned
like
in, and
that."
I'm like, you did a fantastic job. How about the villain?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just grateful. Like, it, bro.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It was, I don't know. That's all I can say.
All right. Do you want me to let you boys go, and I'll start wrapping things up on my end?
Yeah, you
Yeah, I
enjoy.
mean,
the rest
it
of
all,
the
it all right if we plug some stuff real fast?
Go please plug away. Spam in chats. Plug plug away.
All right, I will quickly plug. If you like my work, you can follow me on social media. Just look at Bradley Gareth on the husk of what used to be Twitter, on Blue Sky, on Instagram, I'm on TikTok. I guess I barely use it. And then keep an eye out this weekend. I'll be able to announce a show that I'm in. That's really cool.
Sick.
If you guys, for fans of Seduce Me, if you want to play other Otome-esque games that I've been in, check out Wrapped with a Kiss on itch.io. Check out Crimson Spires on itch.io. You check out Game World Reincarnation that Michaela and I worked on. And then, like I said before early in the stream, if you want to see a show where it is vampire dudes revolving around a woman a la Seduce Me-esque in anime form, check out Vampire Dormitory. I play Komori. I'm just gonna say what my character is because they say it in the first episode. He was simultaneously the butler of the main character and also the lord of all vampires. So that's the type of show that we're talking about here.
There you go.
It is very. I recommend it. And then someone said like can a boy play Seduce Me? If you want to see like the trashiest thing that would I guess be Seduce Me for like straight boys, watch Temperu No One Can Live on Loneliness. And also I'll plug it for him. The show that Chris talked about. What is the name of the hot spring show that you're in?
Isekai Onsen Paradise.
Oh yeah,
Isekai Onsen Paradise. Yeah, go watch that.
Yeah, that's the second anime that I got to be the main character for. The first one being Dungeon of Black Company.
And you did a
Hell yeah.
fantastic job in both.
Funnily enough, in both shows, they're like, "Hey, can you do a really high pitched scream?" I'm like, "Can I? I got you."
Hell yeah.
The scream was so good.
Yeah, alongside what Bradley was saying, if you Google on any social media platform, Google search Christopher Escalante, you'll find me. I'm on Twitch, I'm on YouTube, I'm on, once again, the husk that used to be Twitter, Blue Sky, Twitch, Instagram, all the things.
Yeah. And you, James?
You can find me at JamBudsVO, any of the main social media platforms, including what I like to affectionately call Xavier's School for the Terminally Online. X.
Nice.
Love
And
that.
yeah, most days I stream on YouTube, mostly reaction stuff now. And yeah. I'm through.
And go follow Michaela Laws on all social media platforms.
Yes, on every platform,
Let me-
everywhere,
All of them.
forever.
Hold on, let me wrap that on my own. You guys need to get going to get dinner. I'll go wrap this one.
Okay.
All right.
And I
I'm
promise
gonna
a
eat
plug.
chicken.
Yeah, go eat.
Here's a lore drop. I've been making oven baked chicken this stream.
I'm coming over.
All right, you all have a good night. I love you all.
All right, have a good night, y'all.
Yeah, thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 And now we're back to me. So, first of all, thank you all so much for being here and being part of this stream. Funny enough, I actually reached out to everyone last year around like April or May. And it's one of those things where I was very scared to approach them again because it's been such a long time that part of me was like, well, they should probably feel like they probably just want to move on. Part of me was worried that they were annoyed with the idea that Seduce Me was still part of their lives in one way or another. Again, I wasn't kidding. Like I usually get mentioned. I usually get messages about like people coming up to them about Seduce Me specifically. So part of my brain was always worried that they would just not be okay coming back, and to know that everyone essentially responded back very kindly, responded back very positively, makes me very, very happy. Try not to get too emotional here, because they donated their time. The men who came in here donated their time, and I'm very, very grateful. The team members who were able to send messages donated their time. I'm very, very grateful. Seduce Me has always been my child, and I've always constantly gone back and forth of like what I could have done better. Should I remake it? Should I do X, Y, and Z with it and all that stuff? I've always gone back and forth and back and forth and back and forth about it because, and I'm not kidding when I say this, after Seduce Me, not a lot of things hit successfully. That's probably what kind of spiraled into my imposter syndrome, because every game I made since, like Remember, Valentine Panic, has always been like essentially flops, essentially failures. I could not hit what Seduce Me landed on. And I was worried that Seduce Me was going to be the end, like the beginning and end of my writing career. So to know that people found inspiration from Seduce Me, people look up to Seduce Me, as imperfect as it is, that people found their creativities and inspirations from it, is really heartwarming. Still, 10 years later hearing this, and 10 years later hearing from creatives now who are making their way in the game dev world or getting their way into voiceover, like, there is a brilliant voice talent that I had the pleasure of like working with a little bit, who she's like, yeah, I want to thank you profusely for making Seduce Me, because without Seduce Me I would not be a voice actor. And she is now in anime, she is in Dragon Ball. So the fact, and even like this is another lore drop, the fact that some of the voice actors I look up to, like from what at least from what I have memory wise, have been told to me that they know of and appreciate Seduce Me, and I'm just like, what the fuck? So it's wild. It's wild that it's been 10 years. It's wild that people are still here loving Seduce Me. It's wild that people still go up to the actors and be like, "Oh my god, I remember you for Seduce Me." It tickles me to the bone. That said, for those of you who are either coming back to say hello, or for those of you who are new, just again to update what I've been doing, so that way you all know that my storytelling is not over, that my storytelling has not ended. And just because that I had one lapse of panic does not mean that it's the end of my story. I am making a new game called Home on the Strange. It is not a visual novel, but it is like a casual farming / tower defense game that has romance involved. I have written 2 books now, one which is of the explicit adult kind, dark romance, another which is the prequel of Seduce Me. I've also voiced in a multitude of things, very blessed to have been done so, some of which were inspired because I made Seduce Me. But such as, like, I was able to do Gunvolt 3, I was able to be part of Aphmau, obviously, a Sylvana, Lynetta and Sucker for Love. There's just so many things that I've been part of, and I'm very blessed. But it's really nice to know that the root of it kind of just was my first foot forward was Seduce Me, without me having to just go, fuck it, let's do it. it wouldn't have been possible. So if you all take anything from this before you leave, just fucking do it. If you have a creative mind, if you want to make something, if you want to, even whatever, how small it may be, it could be a charm, it could be a game, a story, a picture, a painting, whatever the case may be. If you need someone to tell you to do it, do it. Just fucking do it. I was very blessed to be supported by a lot of people in making this game. I had so many ups and downs behind the scenes, some business related that even when the doors open, I can't necessarily say. But like, there were so many ups and downs, there were so many struggles that I went through. But I still did it. Because at the end of the day, it's not about the struggle. It's about doing exactly what you said you want to do. And not letting anything get in the way. Me, I stayed up for 48 hours to finish it and post it, even though there were a multitude of bugs. It was problematic as shit. Like, there was a route in Damien's route that was problematic as fuck. And I remember this. I have not repeated it since, but it was. And I fixed it since. Don't let yourself be held back by doubt, by worry, concern, nerves, anything. Just do it. Because you never know. You might end up with a Seduce Me of your own. You may end up with a story that 10 years later still ruminates throughout your life as something that helps inspire others, or something that helps you grow from point to point to point. I still remember so many supporters of Seduce Me. The fan art, the fan fictions, the cosplays. God, the fan cosplays of Seduce Me were so wonderful. Some still do it to this day. It is seriously humbling. And so, if Seduce Me ever comes back, it will either be a remake, fully, like, top to bottom remake, or it'll be a story with a new set of characters. Because, in all honesty, and this is my humble opinion as a creator, they don't need to continue their stories. That's up to y'all. If you love the boys, if you love any of these characters, it's your job now to finish their stories. Obviously not an official, like, selling the book capacity. Don't steal my shit! But if you found a connection with a boy, if you found a connection with all of the boys, if you found some kind of connection with even Diana, my job of telling their stories is, it'll either be a remake or with a new set of characters who deserve to have their stories told. But this is my permission for you all to take those boys and let your inspiration run free. Let it run free. I don't care. Change them however you want. Change skin color, change their body type, change gender. Don't care. Be happy with them. Because I know damn well, as someone who lives in the world of fiction, they are very happy to have been in your lives for 10 years. And are more than happy to continue being there. And I think that's how I'm going to round about this 10-year anniversary. Again, if you are here, I'm happy to see you again after all these years. Or I'm happy that you're here to hear the lore of my background. Do know that I am still publicly available as a writer for ASMR at Cup of Voices, as a writer and voice actor for Project Melody and Neptune Worlds, a voice actor for a multitude of projects, some of which are under NDA, so I cannot say. But you may have heard me, but I can't confirm or deny anything. And I'm working on a game called Home on the Strange. And if you would like to step into that world, it's a new world. New characters, new romances. I believe that the command is working for !HOTS, so that way you can see what's going on. We do plan to host a Patreon for that when I am at the capacity where I can't work on this game on my own. but public domain. Yeah, public domain open source public domain open source fan fiction. Yeah, so it's like, but yeah, I'm still working on games. I'm back in it. Yeah, I fell off during All For You because of imposter syndrome, but I'm back. And this time, y'all can't get rid of me. There is no force in the fucking world now that can get rid of me. And I say this both in spite and in confidence. That whenever anyone asks me what I want to do for the rest of my life, it is to create stories until the day I die. Literally. I wish to be on my deathbed, still creating until my final breath. When the world of fiction finally takes me. Alright. You all are awesome. Thank you so much for coming. Do I want to raid anyone? Go ahead. And actually raid someone very important to me. Who has been very, very influential during Seduce Me's process. Husbando Goddess. Husbando Goddess was part of the girl squad who loved Seduce Me, talked about it, let's played it before her channel got taken down. But yeah, I think it's time to go. Thanks everyone for coming. Have wonderful sweet dreams. And I will see you all next time. Love you all.